Yesterday was a much-needed off day for the YD Red Sox. It ended a stretch of 10 games in 11 days with Fenway Day sprinkled in the middle of that. But the dog days of summer roll on as we approach the All-Star break. But before the Red Sox head to Hartford tomorrow to face Hyannis in what looks like it could be the hottest day of the summer so far, YD returns home for a pit stop against Harwich. The Red Sox host the Mariners coming up next. And we're up here in the broadcast booth at Red Wilson Field. We welcome you in and appreciate you spending your Tuesday evening with us. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez as the Red Sox look to extend a lead in the Eastern Division, coming off a win on Sunday in Brewster. These Harwich Mariners have fallen to fourth place in the division. They're just 4 points above the Chatham Anglers, thanks largely in part to a 3-game losing streak. And it's going to be a tough task for the Mariners, Carlo. They get an all-star on the mound against them in Bryce Robinson.
Yeah, Bryce Robinson, who has excelled in days like this. The flag blowing strong out to left, Sam. It is a windy one, and that changeup continues to be the bread and butter of Bryce Robinson, and he will try to use it to his advantage here today. A guy who is second among all qualifying pitchers in ERA, has been absolutely lights out his last couple of outings.
A .83 ERA for Bryce Robinson. He hasn't allowed an earned run since back on June the 25th in Katuitt. Another storyline for the Red Sox just to keep an eye on that's been surrounding this team for the past couple days, and every team here on Cape Cod. The MLB draft is in the final of its 20-round circulation as we speak right now, and up to 21 current or former Red Sox have heard their name called already, as we are only a few picks into the final round right now, so we could still see a couple more. Among those today, active Red Sox who have heard their name called: Jared Lyons, Chris Bowe, Zack Veen, and Zach Jacobs. Carlo, what a day for these guys.
Yeah, really cool to see them see their dream realized here in South Yarmouth. Mike Bovey made the comment during batting practice that says, here you are, you work 14 years of your life, and it all comes together in somebody else's backyard in South Yarmouth, Massachusetts. Kind of funny how life works, but, man, so happy for those guys. Chris Bowe, you could see the emotion when he got the call. Jared Lyons was in straightaway center, and then Jacobs and Veen going pretty much almost back-to-back, 7 picks, split those two. It's a great day for the guys down in the bullpen. A lot of happy, smiling faces here today, and looking to continue with the smiles and a YD win.
Guys who have not been drafted, but most of them not draft eligible just yet, out in the field for the Red Sox warming up. Bryce Robinson among those. He will get us going here in the first inning as the Mariners get set to face the BYU Cougar in this one. The lineup that he will face goes as follows as we are about to get underway. Nick Goodwin, the shortstop, leads off. Tommy Scheidel, the right fielder, bats second. Brock Wilkin, the third baseman, bats third. Joe Vitrano, the first baseman, cleans up. Those top 4 spots, all all-stars for Harwich. Hunter Stokely, the DH, bats 5. Jonathan Santucci, the center fielder, bats 6th. Ethan O'Donnell in left field bats 7th. Matt Cassetti, the catcher, bats 8th. And David Smith, the second baseman, rounds out the order for Harwich. Nick Goodwin, who will start the All-Star game for the Eastern Division at shortstop out of Kansas State. Right-handed batter steps in against Bryce Robinson. Right-handed from the first base side of the mound. He delivers a strike, and we're underway. Goodwin, a .263 hitter. He's hit 5 home runs. He's second on Cape Cod in RBIs. He's got 19. The infield shifts to the right against him, the 0-1. There's the first changeup, and it sits a little bit inside, says Tom Ryberg, the home plate umpire. Michael Lightbody is down the first baseline. Mark Lima down the third baseline. Robinson, 0-1. Lifted along the right field line. Braden Montgomery tracking it deep into the corner. Has room, makes the catch, running out towards the foul pole down the right field line. And that's how this one gets underway.
It's about 340 feet down that right field line, Sam. In a couple other ballparks, that's a home run. But Montgomery able to track it down. Of course, the short porch here at YD is where things even out, just 352 to center. But
Tommy Scheidel, who heard his brother's name called earlier today. A Chicago White Sox draftee, Billy Seidel, who we saw pitch against the Red Sox earlier this summer, now bats. Another right-hand hitter, Tommy Seidel, the Alabama outfielder. Steps in on a first pitch from Robinson, a fastball that misses low. And the count, 1 ball, no strikes on him. Another all-star here. 236 hitter with 4 home runs. 1-0. This is down and in. Get to the defense for the Red Sox. Fernando Gonzalez is catching for Bryce Robinson today. Johnny Long plays first. Cole Carrig is playing second base for the first time this summer. Hunter Haas at short and Zach Liu at third. 2-0 to Seidel. Swing and a miss. Good changeup. Left to right in the outfield is Caden Connor, Homer Bush, and Braden Montgomery. Looks like Harwich just had one of their players get taken. 2-1. Swing and a miss. Another changeup. The Tigers in the 20th round just took Drew Conover, who's one of their all-star relievers out of Seton Hall.
Congratulations to Drew.
2-2. Chopped foul left side. A beautiful day here in South Yarmouth. It's hot. About 85 degrees at first pitch and sunny. Some clouds streaking across the sky, but lots of blue above us. During batting practice, the wind was blowing out towards left. Now it's swirling a little bit on the field, but nothing too extreme. 2-2 is rolled to the left side. Zach Liu plays the second hop. His throw to first is in time. He gets Seidel by a step. And Bryce Robinson has retired the first 2 on balls in play. 2 out, nobody on. Brings up Brock Wilkin. Wilkin, the all-star starter for the Eastern Division at third base. We've seen plenty of him, the Cape Cod League MVP a season ago. He's got 3 homers. One of those came against YD, and the first pitch to him is upstairs for ball 1. Wilkin overall just a .234 hitter. Not quite the same summer season that he had a year ago. 1-0 to him. He's in the dirt, a changeup. Took a break to go scrimmage with Team USA in the Stars and Stripes trials. But he's back. Has been for a couple weeks. 2-0. Slider, check swing. He went around. And the count 2-1 on Wilkin, the Florida native out of Wake Forest. Two-1. Fastball at the knees. The count 2-2 on Wilkin, who bends his back in disagreement. Infield plays him straight up. Outfield is deep on Wilkin. 2-2. Ripped down the left field line. That ball is foul. Only by about 10 feet. Wilkin out in front of a changeup there. The count remains 2-2 on him. The Red Sox wearing their home whites. Red Sox across the chest. YD on the left shoulder. Red caps, white pants. The Mariners wearing their navy blue road tops and gray pants. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. A changeup. Wilkin out in front of it. That retires the side. 1-2-3 go the Mariners against Bryce Robinson as we head on to the bottom of the first here at Red Wilson Field in a scoreless game. T-Mobile is proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. T-Mobile is committed to serve those who serve, and that's why they go above and beyond for our active duty military and veterans. Visit your neighborhood T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com to learn more. Bottom of the first, scoreless game. Red Sox coming to bat against the Harwich Mariners and their right-hander Gage Zeal. Zeal faces the Red Sox for just the first time this summer. The right-hander out of the University of Miami down in Florida, making his 6th appearance, just his 2nd start for Harwich. Hasn't gone more than 3 2/3 in any outings. Last pitched on July the 12th against Orleans. Gave up 2 earned runs, 3 runs total. Gave up 2 hits, 4 walks in that outing. From the right side of the mound, first pitch to Homer Bush is a swing and a miss, a fastball. The lineup for the Red Sox: Bush followed by Cole Carrig, Luke Schliger, Braden Montgomery cleans up, Caden Connor, Hunter Haas, Johnny Long, Zach Liu, and Fernando Gonzalez. 0-1. Fastball misses away. Homer Bush had an excellent day on Sunday in Brewster. A hit, 2 walks, on base 3 times, stole the base, scored a pair of runs. 0-1. Misses away, a fastball. Homer's got that batting average up to about 291. One of the Red Sox All-Stars. Faces a 2-1 from Zeal. Slider that grabs the outside corner. Count even on Bush. He's got a 5-game hitting streak and has multi-hit games in 3 of those 5. Even count to the speedster out of Grand Canyon. Here's the 2-2 in the dirt. And the count runs full on Bush with Cole Carrig, Luke Schliger to follow here in the home half of this first. Bush, hands held around the letters. He's choked up on the bat. 3-2. Fastball on the outside corner. Strike 3 called. A late call by Tom Ryberg. And Bush, a strikeout victim to begin the home half of the first. Brings up another All-Star for the Red Sox, Cole Carrig. Cole with a couple hits in Brewster on Sunday, got his batting average back over 300. Team leader in average at 308 at the moment. Switch hitter batting left from San Diego State University. Playing second base today. He'll be playing the outfield in Wareham during the All-Star game. First one to him is rolled up the first baseline and foul. Get to the defense for Harwich. Matt Cassetti is catching for Zeal. Joe Vitrano, the first baseman. David Smith at second. Nick Goodwin at short. Brock Wilkin at third. Left to right in the outfield is Ethan O'Donnell, Jonathan Santucci, and Tommy Seidel. No balls and a strike. Lifted in the air to center. Santucci barely has to move. In fact, he really doesn't. He makes the catch shoulders high. And that's the second out as Carrig lines out to the center fielder.
Santucci did a little bit of salsa dancing there. Started in about a tiny step, then went backwards a couple steps.
The feet were moving, but the body wasn't.
He was ready to move.
He was, if he needed to. Never really got there. Here's Luke Schliger, the other of the 2 All-Star starters for the Red Sox. Schliger will be behind the plate in Wareham. First one to him, left-hand hitter, comes inside. He has to move his feet to get out of the way.
When's the last time we've seen Luke bat third in the lineup? Been some time.
I'm not sure he has batted third so far this summer. Mostly in the leadoff spot in the 2-hole. 1-0. Up the middle, softly hit, fielded on a short hop by the shortstop. Goodwin is throw to first just in time to get Schliger. A slow developing play there. Schliger thrown out on the looping ground ball. The 6-3 on your scorecard. Red Sox go in order against Gage Zeal. Bryce Robinson back to the mound. We'll take a quick break. Scoreless tie heading to the second. Cape Cod Veterinary Specialists offer premier emergency and specialty care for your pet when it matters most. Located in Buzzards Bay and Dennis. Learn more at CapeCodVetSpecialists.com. That's CapeCodVetSpecialists.com. We go to the second here at Red Wilson Field. A scoreless tie between the Harwich Mariners and the YD Red Sox. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez. It'll be 4, 5, and 6 for the Mariners here in the second frame against Bryce Robinson, who continues to look excellent. A 1-2-3 first. Joe Vitrano, the all-star first baseman, leads off against him. First pitch to Vitrano. The changeup, a swing and a miss for strike one. And that changeup early in this game, as it has been really all season for Bryce, is dancing. Vitrano comes in a .238 hitter, a pair of homers. Homer the last time these two teams played here. 0-1, fastball misses away. Robinson has not struck out a ton of hitters this summer, just 19 through the first now 22 and 2/3 frames. As here's the 1-1, slider that misses down and in, 2-1 on Vitrano, but he has limited base runners overall and runs especially. 2-1, softly hit off the end of the bat towards third. Zack was shifted over in the shortstop position. He'll have no play. A soft infield single for Joe Vitrano against the shift, and he reaches to lead off the second frame. And as we talk here, the MLB draft officially has concluded its 20th round, just finishing a few minutes ago. And we congratulate all who heard their name. 21 current and former Red Sox going in the 20 rounds. First pitch to Hunter Stokely, misses high. The final of those 21 was Luke Franzoni, who won the 19th round of the Angels. 1-0. Stokely checks his swing and went around. Got to see two players during batting practice currently on the Red Sox get their name called, which was a lot of fun. They'll check in over on Vitrano. Not really a threat to run. Jared Lyons and Chris Bowe getting their names called just minutes apart in the 14th round by the Reds and Yankees. 1-1. Fastball that misses high to Hunter Stokely, a 184 hitter, a pair of homers. He homered against Chatham in the Mariners' last game. Two-one. Changeup in the dirt, blocked by Gonzalez. No attempt to advance by the big-bodied Vitrano. Talking about Jared Lyons, a very easy guy to root for, guy who we figured was going to hear his name called because of the outstanding summer he's had. The Reds taking a 14th round flyer on him. And he spent much of, as another check on first, much of the pregame festivities here at Red Wilson on the phone, talking to, I'm sure, a lot of family, a lot of friends, and perhaps most importantly, the Cincinnati Reds. 3-1 to Stokely. Lifted towards center. Bush charging in. He'll have to play it on a hop, a base hit. Vitrano heads into second base standing. An infield single, a line drive single by Vitrano and Stokely. Mariners in business here in the second inning already. 2 on, nobody out.
And Sam, something that's been nice to see is also John Raiola has put together a pitching staff that has had 4 guys get drafted today who are still here. And props to John, because we've talked about it before. Nobody coming in was a big name or somebody who you recognized immediately, yet 4 draft picks out of that bullpen.
It's Jonathan Santucci. First pitch to him is fouled straight back. You add in Dylan Ray yesterday. So 5 YD pitchers getting the call, and if the more were draft eligible, I'm sure there would have been more. Bryce Robinson, one of those guys who comes to mind. Eric Yost has put together a nice campaign for himself this summer.
Connor Markle had 5 no-hit innings yesterday.
0-1. Fastball on the inside corner. A quick 0-2 count to Jonathan Santucci, who they call over in Harwich two-way Tucci. He pitched, not yesterday, but 2 days ago, the last game for Harwich in Chatham. Playing center field today. 0-2. Missed the outside corner, but not by much. Count 1-2 on him. As a hitter, he's only had 13 at-bats, but he's 4 for 13 with a homer. Home run came on July the 14th at home against Wareham. He had been with Team USA for a portion of this summer. 1-2. Rolled to the right side. Cole Carrick gets over. His play is to first, where he gets Santucci by a wide margin. That's the first out. But Vetrano and Stokely move into scoring position at third and second with only one away.
And a nice play there by Cole Carrick. He really had to range to get to that baseball. When you put a center fielder at second base, he can cover a lot of ground, and Carrick did exactly that.
Now we see Ethan O'Donnell for the first time. Left-handed hitting outfielder out of Virginia. In his 5th game for the Mariners. The infield comes in behind Bryce Robinson. With Vetrano, not a fast runner on third. 1 out. First pitch. Check swing. Went around a changeup. Quickly 0-1. O'Donnell, through his first 4 games, just a 154 hitter. That's 2 hits and 13 trips. Seeking his first RBI for the Mariners. Bryce Robinson trying to prevent allowing his first earned run since the 25th of June. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Fastball. Ethan O'Donnell was second team All Big Ten, transferring to Virginia from Northwestern after setting the Northwestern program record for doubles in a season with 24. 0-2. Missed away a changeup. And the count 1-2 on him. One-two. In the dirt, gets by Gonzalez and goes to the backstop, and that'll score. Vetrano up to third goes Stokely, the opening run of the game. Scores on a wild pitch. It's 1-0 Harwich here in the second.
It's something you don't usually see. Fernando Gonzalez, a ball getting by him. He has been one of the more reliable catchers we've seen on Cape in terms of defensively keeping balls in front, throwing runners out. Now Robinson will look to limit the damage. Still a runner at third.
Infield stays in. Stokely not a fast runner on third. A 2-2 count on O'Donnell. Here it comes. Taken. Just missed inside. Maybe a slider that runs in off the plate. Tom Ryberg getting some heat for the Red Sox dugout. On a close 2-2 pitch. Count runs full on O'Donnell. Matt Gassetti, the catcher, is in the on-deck circle. 3-2. Line towards right. Back goes Montgomery. It's over his head. It's going to one-hop the wall. In from third comes Stokely. Heading to second is O'Donnell. The throw is just late. A strong throw by Montgomery on one hop. But O'Donnell, a feet-first slide. He's safe with an RBI double. Harwich leads 2-0. Second double of the season for O'Donnell here in his 5th game with his first RBI as a Harwich Mariner.
And Sam, the slow start here for these Whitey Red Sox, something that maybe could have been expected coming to the ballpark. There was no music playing during batting practice. Rather, it was the announcements of the draft. A lot of attention on the guys being drafted today. First pitch to Matt Gassetti. He's popped up right side of the infield. Johnny Long backpedaling onto the outfield grass. He squeezes with one hand, and that's the second out. And so with all the attention around the stuff outside of the game, you wonder if YD takes them a little bit longer to get their footing. Already down in the 2-0 hole. Wasn't a tradition. Bryce Robinson allowing his first earned runs since the 25th of June.
and just his third and fourth earned runs overall this season. Here's David Smith. Changeup, first pitch popped up back of third. Zack, the other corner, makes the catch one-handed on the infield to end the inning. Harwich gets a pair, strands Ethan O'Donnell out at second. As we head to the bottom of the second inning, it's 2-0 Harwich over the Red Sox. As a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League, the Mass State Lottery is celebrating the games we love playing, from the baseball diamond to the many lottery games that help support all 351 cities and towns across the Commonwealth. So here's to 50 years of winning and to 50 more. Here in the bottom of the second, Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez. The Red Sox have some early work to do. It's 2-0 Hull as Harwich tallied a pair against Bryce Robinson in the top of this second. And it'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for YD here in the second. That's Braden Montgomery, Caden Connor, and Hunter Haas. If anyone gets on, Johnny Long will have a chance to drive him in. And Braden Montgomery will get us in motion here in this second frame. Montgomery in his 7th game as a YD Red Sox, a 200 hitter through 20 at-bats. Switch hitter batting left. First pitch from Gage Zeal is swung on and fouled off left side.
Braden's been excellent so far for YD, Sam. He's got RBIs in all but 2 of the 6 games he's played, but really has yet to have multiple hits and make a big impact on a game.
Still looking for his first extra base hit. 0-1 from Zeal is chopped towards short. Nick Goodwin plays the second hop on the charge. His throw across, it's in time. So the leadoff man set aside as Montgomery will jog back to the dugout. Caden Connor will pick things up and try to get something started for YD with one away. Caden's working a mini 2-game hit streak. Had a pair of hits over Ian Brewster on Sunday, including a double. He's also driven in runs in each of those last 2 games. A 250 hitter overall. Left-hand hitter, hands above the shoulders. First pitch on its way from Zeal is a slider that cuts upstairs. The count 1-0. Looks like a little bit of a cuttery pitch that Gage Zeal is throwing. 1-0. Bounce to the right side. Vetrano plays the hop. Goes to the bag in time at first. Couple of ground outs. Red Sox quickly with 2 away here in the second, trailing 2-0. Hunter Haas now. Gage Zeal, I'm sure today brings up some fond memories for him. Zeal will be a sophomore at the University of Miami. So a year ago, he had a decision to make whether he would go to Miami or whether he would sign on to be a Chicago Cub. First pitch to Hunter Haas is lifted down the right field line in foul. The Cubs took Zeal in the 11th round a year ago out of Penfield Senior High School in New York State. But he opted not to sign. 0-1 to Haas. Fastball misses away. Went to Miami to pursue his college baseball career with the Canes. And he made 30 appearances for Miami out of the bullpen. 1-1 is softly hit the other way towards Vetrano at first. He picks it up off the shoot tops, heads to the bag in time to retire the side. Busy inning for Vetrano On the right side of that Harwich infield, the Red Sox go in order with 3 ground balls against Gage Zeal in the second. On to the third we go. Harwich leads the Red Sox 2-0 here at Red Wilson Field. Well, hello from Captain Parker's Pub over in West Yarmouth on Route 28. The entire crew from Captain Parker's wants to give a big salute to the Cape Cod Baseball League, especially the young players who have dedicated so much time and effort to baseball, America's pastime. So join us for lunch or dinner or just a bowl of our world-famous clam chowder at Captain Parker's. Easy to find, awfully hard to leave. We enter the third here. Harwich trying to extend a 2-0 lead on the YD Red Sox. And they'll have the top of their order against Bryce Robinson here in the third. Nick Goodwin leads off. The infield shifts to the pull side on the right-hand hitter. And the first pitch from the BYU Cougar is swung on and missed a changeup. Robinson lifted a deep fly out to the opposite field along the right field line his first time up. Followed by Tommy Seidel and Brock Wilkin, who went in order in the first inning against Robinson. 0-1 is lifted down the left field line and hit sharply. That's a base hit. It's fair, and it'll go to the wall. Caden Connor over to field it. A wide turn at second by Goodwin, but he's held there as Connor gets it into the cutoff man. A leadoff double by Nick Goodwin. And once again, Harwich is in business. They scored twice off Robinson in the second. The leadoff man in scoring position after Goodwin's 8th double of the summer season. Be up to Tommy Seidel to try to push him along. Seidel grounded to third his first time through. Seidel hit a home run in the game against Chatham on Sunday. That was a game on Nesson. First pitch to Seidel. He squares to bunt, drops it down the third baseline. Fernando Gonzalez is going to touch it foul. And an 0-1 count on Seidel. That was kind of a wild game at Veterans Field between Chatham and Harwich. The Anglers got ahead with a 5-0 lead early on. Harwich scored 5 of their own to tie in the top of the 6th. Then Chatham came right back with runs to take the lead in the bottom of the 6th. A late comeback attempt by Harwich, including an 8th inning home run by this guy, Tommy Seidel. But they came up short in a 9-8 loss between the bottom 2 teams in the Eastern Division, which might turn into a bit of a race for last. 0-1. Slider strike over the outside corner. The count quickly 0-2 on the right-hand hitting Seidel. After Chatham had been in the doldrums all season long, really, they've put together a couple of wins in a row, including a win here against YD on Saturday, their first road win of the summer. And they're just 4 points behind Harwich for 4th place. Before an 0-2, they check on Goodwin. Goodwin only has a pair of stolen bases this summer. If the Mariners fall today to the Red Sox, of course they're leading early, and Chatham were to win, Chatham would be just 2 points, effectively 1 game behind Harwich for 4th place. 0-2. Taken off the outside corner, a fastball. Gonzalez held it an extra beat, but Tom Ryberg said it missed away. Of course, the top 4 teams in each division make the playoffs, 8 of the 10 teams total on Cape Cod. So that last place is big because whoever finishes in 4th gets a ticket to the playoffs. 1-2 is chopped up the middle. Hunter Haas ranging towards the bag, quickly throwing to first, and he gets him in time. Bang bang play at first. Seidel, who can run well, is thrown out as Hunter Haas, another outstanding play, ranging up the middle on that chopper. Goodwin moves to third on the play. That's the first out here in the third. Brings up Brock Wilken, who struck out his first time. Infield is staying back. And the outfield playing deep on Wilken. Very much a power threat. First pitch to him, right-hand hitter, takes a fastball low. Wilken has driven in 9 runs this year across his 20 games. Bit of a down summer, but a start and stop summer. Showed up a few days late at the beginning of the summer. Missed a chunk in the middle because of Team USA. 1-0 is tipped foul off of Fernando Gonzalez, and the count 1-1. This is the last time that the Red Sox face the Mariners, and they don't face Chatham again until the very end of the season. So going back to that conversation about the finish at the end of the division for 4th and 5th place, 1-1. Slider on the outside corner for a strike. 1-2 from Robinson to Wilken. The Red Sox care about that specifically, as the infield will come in with 2 strikes. Because if they can win the division, they face that 4th place team in the first round of the playoffs. 1-2. Slider missed away, couldn't get him to chase. But because the Red Sox are done with Harwich after today and don't get Chatham until the very end of the season for the final time, they don't really get to control their own destiny in terms of who they might face. 2-2. Changeup misses down and in, and the count 3-2 on Wilken. Of course, after Chatham really got off to the slowest start by far in the East, Harwich has fallen on hard times as Chatham has picked up just a little bit, enough to make it a real race for that 4th place in the division. 3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him a changeup. Got Wilken out in front. Robinson has twice dispatched the reigning CCBL MVP, Brock Wilken, a pair of strikeouts, a big second out. Goodwin pinned at third, and Joe Vitrano will try to bring him home with 2 away. Both of Robinson's strikeouts today have been of Wilken. Vitrano had an infield single his first time. He hit one off the end of the bat against the shift. Goodwin at third. He doubled down the left field line to start the frame. That's where he is with 2 out, 2-0 Harwich. First pitch to Vitrano is lined the other way, pass short and in a left field, a base hit. In from third comes Goodwin. Joe Vitrano picks up the RBI single, his second hit of the game, his RBI number 17. And Harwich extends their lead. It's 3-0.
Hunter Haas slated slightly up the middle there. Would have been an incredible play, but was close. And Harwich, a team that is desperate for a win, playing that way here with a 3-0 advantage.
Harwich has lost 3 in a row. And not only trying to gain ground on Chatham, but on the YD Red Sox. First pitch to Hunter Stokely is chopped to the right side. Johnny Longfield's underhand flip to Robinson, who covers it first in time. That retires the side and ends the inning here in the top of the third. Harwich gets a third run on the 2-out RBI single by Joe Vitrano. We move to the bottom of the third inning here at Red Wilson Field. YD trails Harwich 3-0. MP Sports Cards is proud to sponsor the kids' baseball clinics. If you're a sports card collector, be sure to stop by and check out the latest releases, graded card supplies, and more. A local favorite for hobby enthusiasts across Massachusetts and, of course, your Cape Cod Baseball League. Stop into their store and mention code Red Sox to get a free pack of 2022 Topps Baseball updates with any purchase. Some exclusions apply. Visit at 71 Main Street in Carver, Mass. or online at mpsportscards.com. Johnny Long steps in against Gage Zeal to kick off the bottom of the third. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Red Sox trailing the Harwich Mariners 3-0. Still in the early stages of this one on a Tuesday afternoon as things have grown a little overcast. 0-1, a check swing, and he went around, says the home plate umpire Tom Reiber. Quickly 0-2 on Johnny Long with Zack to follow in the on-deck circle, and then Fernando Gonzalez here against Zeal in the third. Quickly 0-2 on Long. Rolled up the middle. Nick Goodwin plays the second hop, charging in towards the bag. His throw is in plenty of time. So the first 7 Red Sox have now been retired by Gage Zeal, who's only struck out 1. That was the leadoff hitter Homer Bush, but hasn't really given up a whole lot of hard contact either. And Zack will not only try to get the Red Sox in the hit column, but get himself in the hit column. First one to the right-hand hitter is a little upstairs. Ball 1. Lou out of Cal State Fullerton, playing in his 6th game with YD this summer. He's 0 for his first 13. 1-0. Misses high. Zack did take a step in the right direction in his last game. He had struck out 8 times in his first 11 at-bats, but Ian Brewster on Sunday, he walked, put a couple baseballs in play, didn't strike out. 2-0. His slash foul back to the netting. Count 2-1. Of course, it's tough to get off a plane when you were supposed to be on vacation and step right into a lineup in the most competitive summer league in the country. 2-1. Popped up. This one's going to get back out of play. Matt Cassetti gives it a look. Count 2-2 on Lou. That's the story with Zack, is that the Red Sox needed a position player. Zack was here last summer. Scott Pickler got word that he was heading back to Cape Cod for vacation, said, hey, do you want to be part of this team, at least for a week or two? He said, sure. 2-2. Misses away. We count 3-2 on Lou. Teammate both in high school and at Cal State Fullerton of Caden Connor. Rising senior as a Titan. Faces a 3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. That little cutter from Gage Zeal with some velocity on it. Gets Lou swinging. Second strikeout for Gage Zeal. 2 out, nobody on. Quickly here in the bottom of the third. Red Sox have been overmatched so far by Gage Zeal, who hasn't given up much this summer. His ERA at 2.18 coming into this outing. Fernando Gonzalez takes the first pitch, and it misses up and in. Came in having struck out 18 and 12 in the third innings. Had only given up 8 total hits all summer. 1-0. Taken down the middle. Fernando Gonzalez has been swinging a better bat of late. 1-1 to him. Strike on the outside corner. Fernando has reached base in 5 straight games. Didn't play in Brewster on Sunday, but walked a pair of times against Chatham on Saturday. That game did break a mini 4-game hit streak for Fernando. 1-2, misses high. Count 2-2 on him. Reached twice, but without the aid of a base hit. So, though he had a productive day on the base paths, he didn't get to extend the hitting streak. Infield plays him straight up. Outfield shifted slightly to the opposite field on a 2-2. Checked his swing. Did he go? He did not, says first base umpire Michael Lightbody. Count 3-2 on Fernando Gonzalez with Homer Bush to follow here in the third if Gonzalez can work his way on base. With 2 out, nobody on, Red Sox trailing 3-0 here in the bottom of the third. Zeal from the first base side of the rubber. Here's the 3-2. Swing and a miss. He got him. Fastball blew it by him. Gonzalez strikes out on a 3-2 pitch. A couple of Red Sox work full counts, but nobody can reach against Gage Zeal. He has not allowed a base runner through the first 3 frames of this one, and Harwich has a 3-0 lead for him. On to the fourth we go. Carlo Jimenez will take you through the meat of this one.
Hey, Sox fans. Have you thought about buying or selling a home? Emily Szymanski of the Salty Dog Group is your pet-friendly neighborhood realtor. As part of the team at Keller Williams Realty of Cape Cod and the Islands, Emily is your go-to resource for home buying and selling. Call Emily Szymanski at 508-221-0196 or visit thesaltydoggroup.kw.com. Carlo Jimenez alongside my good friend Sam Lebowitz as we welcome you into the fourth inning here at Red Wilson Field, where the YD Red Sox trail the Harwich Mariners by a score of 3-0. 6, 7, 8 hitters due up for Harwich. It's Jonathan Santucci, Ethan O'Donnell, and Mac Gassetti. Santucci out of Duke. Batting from the left side, digs in. Part of 4 lefties in a row in this lineup. He's the third in that list. First pitch home from Robinson is swung on and lifted into left field. On a line, the left fielder, Caden Connor, racing in, makes the catch. 1 away.
Caden stationed perfectly. Makes a nice play. Been playing a lot of first base, but he's versatile, and he asked to get back out in the outfield today by Scott Pickler, and makes a nice play.
Proving why he should remain out. Left-handed bat, Ethan O'Donnell digs in. 1 pitch, 1 away. Top 4, 3-0 Harwich. O'Donnell hit a double off the fence and right his last time up. Opening out for it. Change-up skips in the dirt. And the count, 1 ball and no strikes. And Braden Montgomery, who's playing in right field, has backed up a couple steps. Here comes the 1-0. Change-up hit sharply on the ground. Past the diving glove of the first baseman, long into right, a base hit. Second knock for Ethan O'Donnell. And there's 1 on with 1 out. In stands the 8-hole hitter, Mac Gassetti.
Bryce Robinson's looked just a little bit more hittable than we're used to seeing today. This is about as rough a start as he's had so far, and he's been around the plate. He's gotten some soft contact. It's not like he's been bad, but Harwich is just placing these hits perfectly.
Throw back to first. Back on a head first slide is O'Donnell. O'Donnell has not stolen a base this summer. Stole 2 in the spring with Northwestern. The 6 hits on the board are the most relinquished in an outing by Bryce Robinson this summer. His first pitch to the ready, Gassetti, runner goes, and a swing and a high fly ball down the left field line in foul territory. Caden Connor giving it his full effort. A head first dive, and the left fielder can't come up with it. Drops in foul territory. All that effort, it's strike 1.
Well, we appreciate Caden giving it his all. That's what you like to see out of a player, but just couldn't get to it.
He was close.
Very close. Looked like he went into his dive just a little late.
Yeah. 3-0 Harwich. Top 4, 1 out. Leading at first is Ethan O'Donnell. Robinson deals to Gassetti. Change up, hit in the air into center field. Homer Bush Jr. going back. The center fielder leaps. He can't make the catch. Ricochets off his glove. Over in left center. Stopping at third on the play is O'Donnell. Into second is Gassetti. And 2 in scoring position on the double to center. With a 1 away, Harwich trying to add to their 3-0 lead.
And Homer Bush Jr., after Caden Connor came up short on a chance to make an outstanding play, almost just did himself. That was a very close attempt on that leaping dive over his left shoulder, and he almost caught that baseball too.
So here's David Smith, another left-handed batter with 2 on, the infield in, 1 out, 3-0 Harwich. Robinson, his jersey flapping in the wind on an overcast Tuesday afternoon. First pitch home, swinging a foul down the left field line over towards the hill, full with fans. Grass has seen better days down that left field hill. It is now pretty much all light tan. And down the right field line as well, what was once lush green grass. More yellowish than green. No balls and 1 strike to David Smith. Here's the pitch. Slider hit on the ground, left side, scooped up by the shortstop Haas. He comes home, the tag, not in time. Sliding home safely head first is Ethan O'Donnell on to third. goes Matt Gassetti. And runners to the corners with 1 out. Harwich adds another tally. It's 4-0. David Smith picks up the RBI on the fielder's choice.
Another play where the Red Sox were just about where they need to be, but couldn't make it.
So it has turned into a nightmare start here for Bryce Robinson. At first, David Smith. At third, Matt Gassetti. With just 1 out, here's Nick Goodwin. Goodwin with good speed. Gassetti at first, or Smith at first, doesn't have great speed. Opening offering to the righty is a slider on the outside part of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Goodwin doubled and scored back in the third. 2 runs in the second for Harwich, 1 in the third and 1 in the fourth. They lead it 4-0. A Whitey offense hasn't gotten a hit. Harwich has 7. Throw to first. Back on a head first slide is David Smith as he lunges into the bag. And not the start you expected, Sam, from a Whitey team that had just picked up 4 huge wins in their past week, going 4-1-1. 0-1 from Robinson. Fastball paints the outer edge. No balls and 2 strikes. Infield in the middle, the shortstop Haas, the second baseman Cole Carrick playing double play depth with 1 out. 0-2. Fastball well outside. Trying to entice Goodwin to chase, and the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. We've seen home plate umpire Tom Ryberg call that outside strike to righties a little more generously. Saw Homer Bush Jr. called on a strikeout to begin the game. See if Robinson wants to go back to it. Peeks over his left shoulder. Leading at first is Smith. His silver chain hangs underneath him. 1-2. Swinging a looper into center field. Homer Bush Jr. to his left. In left center makes the catch. Tagging from third is Matt Gassetti. Throw in is cut off by the first baseman Johnny Long. Gassetti scores on his feet. Sacrifice fly for Nick Goodwin. And the Harwich Mariners have put up 5 runs on the Whitey Red Sox in the top of the 4th inning. It's 5-0 with 2 out and a runner at first. That is RBI number 20 for Nick Goodwin, which ties him at first on Cape in runs batted in.
And every time that the Mariners have gotten a runner into scoring position, they've scored them. Doing a good job with what the Red Sox have given them, which is just enough room on the infield.
First pitch to the right in the bat of Seidel. He lofts one into right center field, going over the right fielder, Brady Montgomery, who lunges at the last minute and comes up with a baseball. A very quick top of the 4th inning that sees 6 come to the plate. 2 hits, 2 runs come across, 1 left on. We head to the bottom of the 4th here at Red Wilson Field, 5-0. The Harwich Mariners lead the Whitey Red Sox. Red Shirt Fridays is a national program created to acknowledge, honor, and support our troops and first responders who put themselves in harm's way to defend our freedom. In support of this program, the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox and all the Cape League teams will be wearing a specially designed red jersey every single Friday. This special weekly celebration of Red Shirt Fridays is sponsored by Zephyr Hats, the Massachusetts State Lottery, and OT Sports. Support our troops and first responders and join us by wearing red every single Friday. On this Tuesday afternoon at Red Wilson Field, we welcome you back to South Yarmouth, where Gage Zeal has sat down the Whitey Red Sox in order. 9 up, 9 down. We begin the bottom of the 4th. It's 5-0 Harwich leads. Here's the right-handed bat of Homer Bush Jr. Zeal kicks, first pitch home. Bush takes a slider away. And the count 1 ball and no strikes. Two teams who have played opposite ball games today. Zeal from the first base side, 1-0. Bush bounces one on one hop right at the third baseman Wilkin. He gathers, takes his time, guns to first. Head high snag by the first baseman Vetrano. There's the first out of the fourth. That's now 10 in a row retired by Zeal. When you look up at that board, Sam, the Harwich underneath the guess says 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Zeros across the board for YD. If one guy can get him going, it might be the switch hitter, Cole Carrig, batting from the left side. Carrig, the best hitter on this team. Opening offering, fastball misses away. 1 ball, no strikes. Flag quiet in left. A overcast sky hangs above Red Wilson Field. The trees dancing in center. 1-0. Carrig takes a fastball away. 2 balls, no strikes. Very breezy day. And Red Wilson. Zeal sits at the belt, twirls the ball. 2-0. Carrig fights off a fastball on the inside part of the plate, fouls it back to the screen. 2 balls and a strike. And a YD team atop the Eastern Division trying to build up their lead against a Eastern Division opponent. Zeal kicks 2-1. Carrig swings, bloops one into left center field. It drops for a base hit. Cole Carrig has the first hit of the day for the YD Red Sox. It comes with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. And YD with a runner aboard. Here's Luke Schliger as they trail Harwich 5-0 in the bottom of the 4th.
Really, as Cole has done all summer, just a little line drive over the shortstop's head to get himself aboard and trying to be a catalyst for a Red Sox team that has struggled so far on the day with his 15 stolen bases.
Luke puts that oven mitt red glove on his left arm as he takes a lead at first. First pitch to lefty Schliger. He bounces one up the middle, ricochets off the glove of Zeal. On to third. Stepping on the bag at second is the shortstop Goodwin. Throw to first, not in time. But Cole Carrig on a heads-up play by Nick Goodwin as Carrig gives Goodwin a pat on the back as he jogs back into the dugout. That ball hit the mound, then hit the glove of Zeal. And still Goodwin able to keep his focus and get the lead runner. There's 2 away. Schliger at first. And Steve Engler, the Harwich manager, wants to come out and talk to third base umpire Mark Lima, maybe asking for interference, Sam?
It's the only thing I could think of. I don't think Carrig interfered, but
He was running where he's allowed to run in the base path. You don't have to slide. The ball is being chopped right towards him.
ball almost got through it. Had it not been slowed down by the pitcher Zeal's glove, that ball could have chopped on into center field.
Umpires now getting together. Brady Montgomery is at the plate. 5-0. Harwich leads YD. Bottom of the 4th, 2 outs. Luke Schliger made good contact, but as Sam mentioned, a couple of ricochets. YD team got their first hit in this frame against Zeal. Umpires just to the right of the mound, talking things over. Mentioned that the Red Sox are trying to increase their lead in the East. This is a big game, and they're going to call Schliger out on interference. And now Scott Pickler wants an explanation because that's the end of the bottom of the 4th. We'll head to the 5th here at Red Wilson Field. 5-0. YD trails Harwich. Giordino's Family Restaurant, a Cape Cod tradition, same family, same location for 52 years. Giordino's is part of the community, giving back to many and various organizations. As part of the recognition, a Yarmouth Little League field is named in memory of their dad, who founded the business in 1970. Giordino's is a family-oriented operation serving a wide-range menu, sure to please everyone. Give us a try, and you will come back. Visit us at 242 Main Street, Route 28 in West Yarmouth, or visit Giordino'sFamilyRestaurant.com. We welcome you back to YD Red Sox baseball here in South Yarmouth at Red Wilson Field, where the Harwich Mariners have a 5-0 lead over the YD Red Sox, trying to end a 3-game slide with the Chatham Anglers nipping at their heels in the bottom of the division. Right-handed bat, Brock Wilkin looks on. Robinson deals a fastball that misses low and in. Count 1 ball and no strikes. I mentioned that Chatham and Harwich are jawing for that 4th spot of 5 in the Eastern Division because that's the cutoff for the playoffs. Almost everyone makes it. Here's the 1-0. Change up for a strike on the outer edge. 1 ball, 1 strike. Back to the standard Cape rules. And Harwich, who seem to have a comfortable advantage, Sam, over Chatham, that is disintegrated. 1-1. Fastball just misses away. 2 balls and a strike. Overcast skies, fans filling the outfield from foul pole to foul pole. 3 rows of lawn chairs down the left field line. Robinson's 2-1. Fastball hit on the ground. 2 hops for the shortstop, Hunter Haas. He ranges to his left, gloves letters high, throws to first. Brock Wilkin is 0 for 3, and we have 1 out on the board in the 5th. 5-0 Harwich leads. Here's Joe Vitrano, who's 2 for 2. Everybody but last year's Cape Cod MVP has been playing well up and down this lineup. Multiple hits from Vitrano and O'Donnell. 7 hits, 5 runs for Harwich. First pitch to the lefty. Vitrano looks at a breaking ball that misses well up and away. Action in the Red Sox bullpen. With the flag quiet and left, and what has been an unusual start for Bryce Robinson, a Cape League All-Star. 1-0 down the hill. Vitrano looks at a changeup for a strike. On the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. Vitrano, an all-star starter at first base, who's done damage against this YD team. The 1-1 to him. Changeup misses away. And the count, 2 balls and a strike. Vitrano with the high-pulled socks, the Harwich blue top, sleeve on his left arm that ends mid-forearm. Tan-colored sleeve. 2-1 down the hill. Change-up, hit into left center field, arranging over the center fielder Homer Bush Jr., who's been busy. He makes the catch. 2 away. And in stands Hunter Stokely, who's 1 for 2 with a single and a run. Back in the 2nd, Harwich trying to add to their 5-0 lead. They've scored in 3 straight frames. And Robinson a chance to go 1-2-3 for the first time since the first inning. Shift is on for the left-handed bat of Stokely. Third baseman Lou goes to the right of second base. First pitch out. Slider swing and a miss. Big hack from Stokely, and the count, no balls and 1 strike. Cole Carrick, playing second base for the first time this summer, is in the hole, pretty much playing a shallow right field. Robinson peeks over the top of the black glove. Here's the 0-1. Backdoor slider, catches the zone. Stokely can't believe it. A look of awe on his face as he looks towards Tom Ryberg. Quickly in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes. Robinson stands atop the mound, concentric circles around the mound in the lawn. 0-2. Fastball hit sharply on the ground right at the shift. The second baseman carried gloves, stumbles at first, and then from the right field grass, tosses to first for the out. 3 up, 3 down for the first time since the first for Bryce Robinson. We are halfway home here at Red Wilson Field, flying. Bottom of the 5th coming your way, 5-0. Harwich leads YD.
Hey fans, Devanheim is the official website development company of the Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox. They designed and developed our website and help us with marketing to bring more fans to the games and more visitors to our website. Devanheim helps organizations generate more leads and maximize their marketing budget. Check out devanheim.com to learn more and be sure to like Devanheim on Facebook. That's DEVADIGM.com. Devanheim.com.
We welcome you to Red Wilson Field, bottom of the 5th inning between the Harwich Mariners and the Whitey Red Sox. Harwich with a 5-0 lead. As we begin the bottom of the 5th, Brady Montgomery, Caden Connor, Hunter Haas due up. First pitch to the switch-hitting lefty. Fastball misses low and away. And the count 1 ball and no strikes. Middle of the lineup, 4-5-6 due up against Gage Zeal, who's faced the minimum through 4. 1-0. Slider misses low and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Gave up the single to Hunter Haas in the 4th. Or to Cole Carrig in the 4th. 2-0. Montgomery swings and misses. Chasing a fastball. Letters high and on the outer edge. 2 balls and a strike. And for the 3rd time this summer, the Red Sox called for hitter's interference. Here's the 2-1 to Montgomery. And he takes a fastball low. 3 balls and a strike. A ground ball by Luke Schliger. It was up the middle. Cole Carrig did not slide. Going into second, which we were informed he has to do. Zeal from the first base side. 3-1. Montgomery swings. Drives one into center. Looking up is Santucci. He watches it fly away. Brady Montgomery, a solo home run. And YD is on the board with 1 swing of the bat. It's 5-1 Harwich. The Pac-12 Freshman of the Year, who had 18 of those this past spring, gets his first, and with a big smile on his face, bumps helmets with Caden Connor. It's 5-1. Harwich leads.
And that was an absolute no-doubter by Braden Montgomery. That ball was hit so well out to center field that Santucci didn't even move in straightaway center. He just turned his back and watched to see how far it would go. Congrats on Braden Montgomery. You're on the board with an extra base hit in the Cape Cod League.
First pitch to lefty Caden Connor, and he looks at a fastball that misses high. 1 ball and no strikes. Just the second hit allowed by Gage Zeal, but we'll see if that rattles him. Connor digs in. Zeal twirls the ball. 1-0. Caden looks at a fastball on the inside edge. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the first home run hit in the month of July by somebody not named Johnny Long for the Whitey Red Sox. 1-1. Caden swings through. A slider away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. See if we can get you the specs on the home run.
Already got it. 97 miles an hour off the bat, 403 feet away. Plenty far for this field.
A home run almost everywhere on Cape. Here's the 1-2. Caden takes a changeup low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Of course, the only place that's not a home run is Eldridge Park, which is 432 to center. Base is empty, nobody out. 5-1 Harwich leads YD. Bottom of the 5th inning. 2-2. Another changeup. Another ball in the dirt. And the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And Sam, after Zeal watches that home run fly away, you think maybe YD feels like they have an opportunity to get to him here?
I think it absolutely opens things up in terms of confidence as a team. Now you know you can hit this guy.
3-2. Caden swings and misses at a high fastball and strikes out. That's number 4 for Gage Zeal, and it's the first out of the bottom of the fifth, and we have a pinch hitter for Hunter Oz.
The Gunnar Antillian, one of the two new ads for the Red Sox in this game.
Antillian out of Rancho Cucamonga went to New Mexico State. Wasn't playing summer ball before he got the call to come to the Cape. This past summer, or spring, I should say, hit .373, 2 home runs, 11 doubles. A guy who started 35 games, was hitting above 400 until the Corvallis Regional. Right-handed batter looks in towards Zeal. First pitch home. And Antillian takes a fastball high. 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0. And he swings at a fastball up and away. Count 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Nobody on, 5-1. Harwich leads YD. Antillian a closed stance, 1-1. Fastball high.
He's only about 5'8". He's very, very compact in the batter's box. Not a big strike zone, given the 5'8" stature.
He holds his elbows almost touching each other, 2-1. And he half swings and goes around, according to Tom Reiberg. The count, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out.
This is not an easy guy to get your first live AB against in a few weeks. Moves left and right, it cuts. He's got some velo behind it.
2-2. And he takes a slider that misses away. Throwing on to first was Gassetti. He thought that was strike 3. Instead, it's 3 balls and 2 strikes, 5-1. Harwich leads YD, an Eastern Division matchup. Bottom of the 5th inning with 1 away. Payoff pitch to Antillian. And he swings and hits one up the middle. Ricochets off the glove of Zeal. Rolls down the left side of the mound. And Zeal scoops it up. Underhand flips to first for the out. So the first at-bat for Gunnar Antillian is a YD Red Sox. Is a ground out to the pitcher. And in stands Johnny Long. You wonder, Sam, if Cole Carrick might be moved back to the outfield, how that affects defensively how things move. We'll have to wait and see. Right in the bat of Johnny Long looks up. First pitch home. Long taps one just off the end of the bat. Slow roller, third base side. They're going to watch it sit, and it remains fair. Johnny Long with a perfect slow roller down the third base line that sits to the right of the chalk. Zeal and Brock Wilkin came together. All they could do was watch. And the first hit for Johnny Long is on the infield. That brings Zack to the plate, 5-1. Harwich leads YD in the bottom of the 5th with 2 outs.
So line drive in the box score, Johnny. Couldn't have rolled it any better out there.
Right into bat of Lou stares in and takes a first pitch fastball for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. So 2 hits in this inning after YD had 1 in the previous 4. Gage Zeal, wearing those aqua blue shoes with white tops, toes the first base side of the rubber, closed off, holds the glove belt hot. Long at first, not a base-stealing threat. 0-1, and Lou fouls off a ball down the right field line for his souvenir. It's a packed house. Sam here at Red Wilson. Pokemon in the Park is here. And if Pokemon in the Park is here, it's always bumping.
Lots of kids here to see what kind of games and promotions and things you can get from the Pokemon at the Park stand.
Center fielder Santucci is in right center field, shifted over slightly. 0-2, and a swing and a miss. Lou chases a slider and strikes out. 5th strikeout for Gage Zeal ends the 5th inning, but not before Whitey gets a run on a solo home run from Braden Montgomery. 2 hits, 1 left on, 1 comes across. 5-1, Harwich leads YD. We head to the 6th. Fans, it's time for our 6th inning trivia contest brought to you by Coxswing Media and Pixie 103, Cape Cod's Rock. We'll give you today's trivia question. Answer the question before going to the next home game by going to widesredsox.com/trivia. Answer correctly, and you'll be eligible to win an official Whitey Red Sox game jersey signed by the 2022 Whitey Red Sox team. Here's today's trivia question. Sam, you ready?
I'm ready, Carlo.
All right. Which former Whitey Red Sox infielder was the National League batting champion and the #1 in major leagues in batting average in 2021? Don't forget to submit your answer at whiteyredsox.com/trivia. Buena suerte, which means good luck in Spanish.
A little bit of a flair there. That was nice.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you. New pitcher on the mound for the Whitey Red Sox. It's the righty from Oklahoma, Aaron Calhoun, who takes the ball from Bryce Robinson. Robinson finishes today going 5 innings, giving up the most hits he has allowed in an outing this summer with 7, 5 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, and the 23 batters he faced. Calhoun, who has been pretty solid for the Whitey Red Sox on the mound so far this summer. 2 2/3, 5 strikeouts, 4 hits. He had the one outing against Chatham in which he got 2 outs and then really, as the analytics guys told us, had 2 more outs that were just slowly rolling balls that barely got by infielders or hit away from the shift. They call a 5-out inning, even though, of course, there's only 3 outs in the inning. The 6th inning coming up. Calhoun to face Jonathan Santucci, Ethan O'Donnell, Mac Gassetti. That's 6, 7, 8 for Harwich as they lead YD 5-1. Right-handed pitcher looks towards the left-handed batter. First pitch out. Swing and a miss. Nasty changeup for strike 1. Santucci 0 for 2 today. Sam, you have any guesses on the trivia question? Did you know it?
I did.
All right. Here's the 0-1 from Calhoun. Fastball misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I will say nothing because that would be cheating. That would be not good. And I won't do that.
Well, you could go answer it at whiteyredsox.com/trivia. Here's the 1-1 down the hill. Another change, another wave. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Defensive changes for YD. Cole Carrig moves to short, and at second is Antillian. So Gunner, after his first YD at bat, now in the infield. Hunter Haas is out of the game. 1-2, swinging a high fly ball to right, going back to the right fielder, Braden Montgomery. He squares his shoulders a couple of feet before the translucent fence and makes the catch. For the first out, Aaron Calhoun retires, as in stands Ethan O'Donnell. O'Donnell 2 for 2 today. RBI double in the 2nd. A single for a run in the 4th. Heading to Virginia from Northwestern, he announced on Twitter on July 6th. First pitch to the left-handed batter. Look out, fastball well upstairs. Fernando Gonzalez pops out of his squat like a spring and snares the baseball. 1 ball and no strikes. 5-1, Harwich leads YD. Flag blowing quietly out to left. Gray clouds hang overhead. 1-0. Fastball catches the inside part of the plate. Tom Ryberg calls strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Fans have come to fill the ballpark. It is a popular Tuesday afternoon at Red Wilson. Bases empty, 1 out. Here's the 1-1. Another fastball on the inner edge, another strike. The count 1 ball and 2 strikes. We'll see if Calhoun goes right back to it. Fans filling the outfield from foul pole to foul pole. Calhoun stares over the top of his brown glove. The 1-2 and a broken bat, ground ball down the right field line, foul. And Ethan O'Donnell, who has 2 hits and an RBI with that bat, now has to go get a new one. Shadows starting to creep down the left field line. It has been a fast-paced game so far. A final of the summer between the Harwich Mariners and the Whitey Red Sox, that is during the regular season. These 2 teams, if the playoffs were to start tomorrow, would face each other. And the series has been pretty even. 2-2-1. Both teams have won 2, and they tied their last one 6-6. Calhoun's 1-2. Fastball misses up and away. Fernando Gonzalez leaping over to his left, sticking out the glove and spinning. Nobody on base, but nice play of athleticism from the Georgia catcher. Cole Carrick, the shortstop, playing up the middle. 2-2. Fastball misses high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The left-handed bat of O'Donnell trying to add to the 5-1 Harwich lead in the top of the 6th. O'Donnell stands quietly in the batter's box. 3-2. Changeup, swing and a miss. Ball in the dirt. Gonzalez scoops it up, lofts to first for the out. And there's the first strikeout for Aaron Calhoun. It's the second out of the 6th. In stands Matt Gassetti. That changeup has been nasty for Aaron Calhoun today.
That was nice. That was a good one. I'll be with I'll keep it real with you, Carlo. That was a good pitch.
Well, I appreciate it. Wouldn't want you to be fake.
Never, Carlo.
Tree swang out in center, as in stands the right-handed bat of Mac Gassetti. First pitch down the hill. And a slider catches the outside part of the plate. No balls and 1 strike. Gassetti, who was headed to Alabama from Florida. Last time he was here, Sam, we joked that you couldn't find that anywhere. Mac did end up tweeting it later that night. 0-1. Calhoun deals a changeup that is sent mile high into left field. Caden Connor, the left fielder, coming in. He calls off the shortstop, Cole Carrick. The C's come together and record an out. We head to the bottom of the 6th, 3 up, 3 down. Calhoun works them in order, and the Whitey Red Sox trying to peel away at the 5-1 Harwich lead. We head to the bottom of the 6th. No summer in Whitey Red Sox Nation would be complete without our youth baseball clinics, where boys and girls ages 5 and up can learn the game of baseball and the importance of sportsmanship. Kids get to master the fundamentals of the game and sharpen their skills in a fun baseball clinic taught by Coach Pickler and the future major leaguers on our roster. For more information, go to whiteyredsox.com/clinics. This year's youth baseball clinics are proudly sponsored by the Salty Dog Group of Keller Williams, MP Sports Cards, and Giardino's Family Restaurant. The Yarmouth Dennis Red Sox and all the kids, thank you. Carlo Jimenez alongside Sam Lebowitz, our producer Zack Clapp. Bottom of the 6th inning coming your way. The Whitey Red Sox trailing the Harwich Mariners 5-1 in the final rendezvous of the regular season between these two Eastern Division opponents, and a new pitcher. And the same pitcher on the mound in this 6th inning, it's Gage Zeal to face the 9-1-2 hitters for YD. Fernando Gonzalez, Homer Bush Jr., and Cole Carrick to bat. Luke Schliger would come to the plate if one of them were to reach. Harwich with a 5-1 lead, looking to take the season series here today. Opening offering to the righty Gonzalez. And he looks at a fastball on the outside part of the plate. No balls in 1 strike. Zeal with his toes on the first base side of the rubber. Bright blue cleats. The 0-1. Gonzalez fights off a fastball down the right field line. And Gage Zeal in the driver's seat. No balls and 2 strikes. The fans filling the hill in left and down the left field line. A popular place to be in the shadow. 0-2. Gonzalez fakes a swing and a slider away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. With nobody out, nobody on. Here comes the 1-2 down the hill. Gonzalez looks at a slider off the edge. Gassetti a long hold, trying to entice home plate umpire Tom Ryberg, who doesn't agree. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Flag quiet in left, not blowing much. Here's the 2-2. Gonzalez takes strike 3 on the outside part of the plate. Fastball catches the zone. That's number 6 for Gage Zeal. It begins the 6th inning. And here's Homer Bush Jr., who is 0 for 2 today, trying to continue a 5-game hitting streak. Base is empty, 1 out, 5-1 Harwich leads. Zeal's pitch. Bush takes a fastball for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. The only run of the game, a solo home run by Braden Montgomery, 0-1. Bush taps one foul, third base side towards the Harwich dugout. He actually skips into the dugout, finds a break in the netting. No balls and 2 strikes.
That's just the 67th pitch of this game for Gage Zeal. He's working very efficiently.
And quickly. 0-2. Bush rolls one up the middle. Big chopper, finds center field, a base hit. The 5-game hitting streak continues. Make it a 6-game hitting streak for Homer Bush Jr. And with 1 on and 1 out, Cole Carrig digs in.
And I think now you'll see the pace slow down a little bit for Gage Zeal with Homer Bush and all his speed aboard at first base and a guy who lodged a base hit against him last time through in Cole Carrig. He'll want to really focus on holding Bush aboard at first and pitching well to Cole Carrig here and trying to prevent a rally as the Red Sox get into the teeth of their order.
Switch hitter batting from the left side. Carrig stares in. Zeal deals a fastball away. Cole with the blonde hair coming out of the back of his helmet. High pulled socks just below the kneecaps. Homer Bush Jr. leads at first. 7 stolen bases for him. Second on the team behind the guy at the plate, Cole Carrig with 15. 1-0. Fastball away. 2 balls and no strikes to Carrig. 5-1. Harwich leads YD. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Defense playing in double play depth. Harwich has turned 1 double play today. Closed off stance for Zeal. Snap back throw to first. Bush back on a head first slide. His right hand with the batting glove on it, touching the white bag. On his left hand is a black oven mitt glove. His white jersey turning brown after that slide. Zeal, a long hold. 2-0 to Carrig. Swinging a ground ball that finds left field, a base hit. Hot shot on the ground, squeaks through the 5.5 hole. Back-to-back knocks by YD. Puts 2 on and 1 out. And here's Luke Schliger as the Red Sox try to peel away at the 5-1 Harwich lead in the bottom of the 6th. 1 out, 2 on. And another Cape League All-Star at the plate. And now a mound visit. Steve Englert wants to go talk to Gage Zeal. Zeal was magnificent, Sam, to begin this game. Was perfect through 3 innings. Gave up the single in the 4th. Faced the minimum through 4. But the Red Sox getting hits in the top of the lineup with their leadoff hitter Bush and Cole Carrig. And now an opportunity for Luke Schliger, who has been one of the more patient hitters on Cape. Leads the Cape in on-base percentage. And he will try to reach again with 2 on and 1 out.
And this is an at-bat that you circle with Braden Montgomery on deck, a guy who walks a lot in the batter's box with 2 on. The Red Sox down 4. Harwich is not Grand Slam proof. And that's where the brain kind of goes. If Schliger can find his way aboard, Braden Montgomery could be the tying run.
First pitch to the lefty. Slider misses away. Count 1 ball and no strikes as a plane flies overhead here in South Yarmouth. An overcast day. The Whitey Red Sox trying to pick up a win against an Eastern Division opponent. Take the season series from Harwich. 1-0. Schliger takes a fastball for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, barely catches the outer edge. Sam, last time Whitey had a situation like this, they were at Brewster. Just 2 days ago, we saw the double steal was put on. Schliger bouncing the bat above his head. 1-1. Swing and a miss. He chases a fastball away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. A different situation here, but do you think because the Red Sox are down 4 runs, it's 5-1 Harwich, maybe Pickler less likely to put the double steal on? You need a lot of base runners.
I think now that it's a 2-strike count, I don't think we'd see it, but with Bush and Carrig, the 2 guys on base, this would be the situation that would call for it.
Zeal looks at second, takes a second look, and looks back at second and steps off the mat.
Only thing that gives me pause right now, besides the count, is the fact that Homer Bush is not getting a huge lead at second.
7 stolen bases at second, 15 at first. They don't go. 1-2. Schliger rolls one, first base side. On 2 hops, the second baseman Smith goes to first. The turn gets back past the first baseman Vetrano into foul territory, and that means Homer Bush Jr. is going to come home from third. A run does come in on the throwing error from the shortstop, Goodwin. Luke Schliger grounds into the fielder's choice. Cole Carrick sits down in the dugout, but it's 5-2 as Brady Montgomery comes to the plate. Whitey trims a hair off the Harwich lead, and that's going to be it. Steve Englert wants to come talk to Gage Zeal. He's going to go to the pen. We'll step aside here on the Cape Cod Broadcast Network. 5-2, the Whitey Red Sox lead the Harwich Mariners. We welcome you back to Red Wilson Field, where the Whitey Red Sox have a run across and a runner at second with two away for Braden Montgomery. Bottom of the sixth inning, it's 5-2. Harwich leads YD. A new arm on the mound. It's the righty Hunter Hodges from UNC Wilmington. A 1.54 ERA for Hodges, who last appeared in the last game for Harwich against Chatham, going an inning and a third, striking out 3 and walking 1. Opportunity for Braden Montgomery, who hit a solo home run to straightaway center his last time up in the fifth. That was against Gage Zeal. Now he faces Hunter Hodges, armed with a bright blue glove on his left arm as a bird flies in and out of Red Wilson Field. Schliger at second, switching lefty, looks on. First pitch, fastball in the dirt, blocked nicely by the catcher, Gassetti, who slides to his left using his red chest protector to keep it in front of him. And the count, 1 ball and no strikes. Flag stands still in left, the trees swaying back and forth. Schliger a large lead at second after his fielder's choice RBI scored Homer Bush Jr. 1-0. Montgomery takes a big hack at a slider. And the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. The home run for Braden was his first extra base hit of the summer. It was the first home run in the month of July by somebody not named Johnny Long on this YD team. It's July 19th. 1-1. Montgomery looks at the ball in the dirt. Changeup skips in. 2 balls and a strike. Translucent clouds hang overhead. And this YD team trying to mount a comeback, trailing 5-0 midway through the fourth. Have it down to 5-2. Here's the 2-1. Montgomery swings and misses. Changeup in the dirt on the outer edge. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs.
Didn't mean to there. Just a little half swing. Braden's a little upset with himself that he got fooled so badly there. But he'll have to bear down here. try to find some real estate and drive home Schliger from second. That's a key run out there. Make this a 2-run game instead of a 3-run game.
Pac-12 Freshman of the Year looks on. Schliger takes a big lead, and faking a throw back to second is Hunter Hodges. All honorable mention, all Colonial Athletic Conference reliever. 2-2. Bounces in the dirt. Another curve and a full count. Here to Brady Montgomery.
And that's a nice adjustment there by Montgomery. Part of the reason why you're so enthralled by the talent is that he's a smart baseball player. And that, I think, was the exact same pitch that he had the weak swing and a miss for strike 2. That time, didn't even flinch at it.
5-2, Harwich's lead. Runner at second for Whitey. 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. 3-2. Big breaking ball. Misses high. Montgomery heads down to first on the walk. And the tying run comes to the plate. It's Caden Connor with 2 on and 2 out in the bottom of the 6th. And what an at-bat from Brandon Montgomery, Sam. A guy who is one of the younger guys on this team, but boy, showed a lot of veteran experience there.
Yeah. Got fooled on a couple of off-speed pitches, but able to stay in that at-bat. And the key is that you don't swing and miss at strike 3. You can get fooled elsewhere in an at-bat, but if you're able to take a walk, it's a quality at-bat.
Left-handed bat of Connor looks towards Hodges and watches a first pitch fastball missed low and away.
And that's kind of the book on Hunter Hodges, is that even though he's been outstanding this year, the 20 strikeouts in 11 2/3 innings coming into his appearance in 9 games out of the bullpen, he will walk you. He's got 8, now 9 walks in that span.
Schliger at second, Montgomery at first. Hodges 1-0. Slider misses low and in. 2 balls and no strikes. And you have to imagine this is a guy whose arm is pretty tired. Pitched just 2 days ago. Faced 5 batters against Chatham in that marathon loss, 9-8. And now he's back out here today. Right arm dangles by his side. His 2 chains, both silver, hanging from out of his Navy uniform. Good speed on the base pass. 2-0. Caden takes a changeup for a strike on the outer edge. 2 balls and 1 strike. 5-2. Harwich leads YD, tying run at the plate.
That's a smart take by Caden. Usually after a walk, if he falls behind a guy 2-0, you want to see a strike. You don't want to get a little too swing happy and swing over something outside the zone.
Hodges looks at second towards Schliger and now walks him back. A good crowd on hand. Plenty of lawn chairs out and about. Over the green grass. There's a soccer game going on past left field. A recreational soccer game, that is. 2-1. Says foul. And Cam, one of the assistant coaches with YD, down that first base line, looks towards Caden. Caden asks, was that foul? And he nods his head yes. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Connor, who almost brought in 2 runs and made this a 1-run game. Schliger goes back to second. Montgomery at first. 2 outs, 5-2. Harwich leads. It was 5-0. Flag starts to pick up as it blows towards left. Caden Connor looking for a big hit. Digs in. Bouncing the bat off the left shoulder. Runners go. 2-2. Caden swings, rips one down the right field line. Over towards the corner. That's a fair ball. Schliger scores standing. Montgomery rounds third. He's heading home. Throw in from the right fielder. Seidel cut off it short. It's a 2-run RBI double by Caden Connor. And the lead is 1. It's 5-4 Harwich over YD.
Just stayed back on that changeup, got some lift underneath it. They were playing him to the opposite field gap, took advantage of it, tucked one right in the corner. And Braden Montgomery didn't look like he was running all that fast, but he has got strides like a gazelle, and they were not going to have a chance to throw him out, especially with 2 outs. Nice piece of hitting by Caden Connor.
The righty Gunnar Antillion looks on, and he takes a fastball on the inner edge. The tying run is now its second. It was 5-0. It's 5-4. After a 3-run bottom of the 6th, 2 outs. And Antillion in his second at-bat as a Whitey Red Sox can bring home the tying run. 1-0. Changeup catches the outside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Caden Connor at second after picking up RBIs 10 and 11. The defense plays back. A 2-out rally for the Red Sox. They brought home 2 runs. Here's the 1-1. Slider misses away. 2 balls and a strike.
And that's the first earned run charged. Braden Montgomery was Hunter Hodges' run. First earned run charged to Hunter Hodges since June the 29th at Bourne. He's had 6 appearances since then.
Getting Connor at second, 2-1. And Tillian takes a changeup on the edge, and some YD fans can't believe it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And Tillian grounded out to the pitcher Zeal at the time, back in the 5th. Getting Connor a huge lead at second. Hodges looks that way and watches Connor scamper back to the bag. 4 unanswered by the YD Red Sox, who have drawn within a singleton of the Harwich Mariners. 2-2. Low and in. Fastball can't find the zone. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Big spot for Gunnar Antillian in his Red Sox debut, just his second at bat. Activated today, a chance to make an impact early in his career for YD.
Full count with a runner at second, the pitch. And he looks at ball 4 away. Slider misses off the edge, and Tillian heads down to first on the walk. The tying run is at second. The go-ahead is at first, and Steve Englert hops out of his dugout. He might be looking for a new pitcher. Nobody is up and warming at the moment in that bullpen for Harwich. So maybe this is just a mound visit for Englert.
Not seeing anybody throwing. A couple of Harwich relievers are up and milling about, but no one has a ball in their hands, so I don't think that he can even really make a move here. Giving some words of encouragement to his right-hander.
Englert heads off the mound and heads back towards his dugout. Johnny Long, the right-handed batter, steps to the plate with an extra base hit, and Tillian with decent speed over at first. He stole 4 bases in the spring at New Mexico State. And Caden Connor with decent speed at second. Johnny could give YD a lead. They trailed 5-0 in the bottom of the 4th. Right-handed batter looks on. First pitch. Long takes a slider on the outer edge. No balls and 1 strike. Long singled off Gage Zeal back in the 5th. This is the 8th batter of the inning for the Red Sox. 0-1. Misses well away. Changeup bounces in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fans have come alive here at Red Wilson Field down the right field line. Some standing in the bleachers. And behind home plate on their edge of their seat. The tying run is at second. The go-ahead is at first. 2 outs, the 1-1. Long takes a strike. Slider just grazes the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 3 hits, 3 runs in the inning. Can Johnny Long push across more? Down in a 1-2 count. Here it comes. Long takes, fastball, misses upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. At second leads Caden Connor after his 2 RBI double. At first, Gunnar Antillian after walking. Gunnar Antillian is about 30% of the way to second. He's got a huge lead. His arms swaying back and forth. 2-2. Long takes a slider away. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Another full count. Zach Liu is on deck. Caden Connor leads at second. 5-4, Harwich leads YD. 2 outs, a full count. A walk would load him up for Zach Liu. 3-2. Long swings and misses at a changeup and strikes out. The first out recorded by Hunter Hodges is via the K, but the YD Red Sox push across 3 runs on 3 hits, leave 2 stranded, and pull within 1. 7-8-9 coming your way. Sam Lebowitz will take you home here at Red Wilson Field. It's 5-4 YD, nipping at the heels of the Harwich Mariners.
Fans, the Cape Cod Baseball All-Star Game will be played on July 23rd at Spillane Field in Wareham. That's Saturday. The Red Sox are sending 7 players, and tickets to see the top players in the league are only $5. We have them for sale here at Red Wilson Field. If you come attend a game in person, you can purchase All-Star Game tickets at the 50/50 Shed or the merchandise booth. We've got a new ball game. The Red Sox tallied 3 in the 6th inning to make this a 1-run game. It's 5-4. Harwich still leading. Aaron Calhoun goes back to the mound for the top of the 7th. And gets 9-1-2 in the Harwich order. First pitch, a fastball for a called strike to David Smith. Smith today has reached on a fielder's choice that scored a run. He's 0 for 2 overall. 0-1 comes to him, and it's fouled straight back. Rattles around on the cage on the backstop, and they count quickly 0-2. Aaron Calhoun sat for a long time between the top of the 6th and this top of the 7th because the Red Sox got closer. He worked a 1-2-3 6th inning in relief of Bryce Robinson. 0-2. Swing and a miss. He got him a fastball. Second strikeout for Aaron Calhoun. And he works quickly. 3 pitches. Good morning, good afternoon, good night to David Smith. Here's Nick Goodwin. Lineup card flips over for the Harwich leadoff hitter who drove in a run with a sac fly in his last at-bat. He's also doubled today, 1 for 2. A string of 4 consecutive Harwich All-Stars at the top of this lineup card. First pitch to the right-hand hitter is upstairs, a fastball. No one up and throwing in the Red Sox bullpen behind him, though Sean Gamlin has gotten to his feet and is doing some toe touches. From the first base side of the rubber, the 1-0 is taking a changeup low. The Red Sox, excuse me, Carlo, what do you got for me?
I was going to say Goodwin was the last Harwich Mariner with a productive out back in the 4th. Since then, 8 in a row retired by this Whitey pitching staff.
2-0 in the dirt, another changeup, count 3-0. There again, there are hits early and often against Bryce Robinson, who looked the most hittable that he's looked all summer. Came into the game with a .83 ERA across 5 outings, gave up 5 earned run on 7 hits in his 5 innings. But he did work a 1-2-3 fifth to leave the day on a bit of a higher note before Calhoun took over. 3-0. A fastball at the knees. They count 3-1 on Goodwin. The infield shifts to the pull side on the shortstop out of Kansas State. Bat parallel with the plate. And the 3-2 is rolled up the middle, backhanded by Antillian, and knocks it down, and Goodwin will beat this out by plenty. Gunnar Antillian's first chance in the field on that backhand play in the shift. And as soon as he bobbled it, he wasn't really going to have a chance to throw out Goodwin. They're going to give a hit on that play to Nick Goodwin. He may have had a chance to beat it out regardless, even without the bobble. He's on at first, a 1-out base runner for Calhoun to contend with, the first runner he's allowed in his inning and a third. And here is Tommy Seidel. Seidel is 0 for 3, another all-star. First pitch to him, another right-hand hitter, a changeup that fades down and in. Seidel and Wilkin, the on-deck hitter, Brock Wilkin, combined 0 for 6 today. The majority of the production for Harwich has come out of the back half of their lineup today, starting with the cleanup hitter Joe Vitrano, really. Before a 1-0, they'll check on Goodwin, who's only got a pair of steals so far this summer. Runs well, though. Could be a threat to go at any moment. Stole 6 bags this year for K-State. Outfield shifted to the opposite field on Tommy Seidel, who's hit for some power this year. 4 homers this summer, including one Sunday. 1-0 is chopped towards third. Zack can't get it. Cole Kerrigan deep short. Long throw to first. Gets him in time. It's going to be a difficult play and an impossible turn if they wanted a double play once that got past Zack at the hot corner. But Cole Kerrig flashes his strong arm from deep short and picks up the second out. Up to second goes Goodwin. And Brock Wilkin will hit with 2 out. This is a key at-bat here because the Red Sox have just swung the momentum back in their favor with 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th. Wilkin trying to extend the Harwich lead back to 2 at least. First pitch, a fastball that misses a little inside. They count 1-0, says home plate umpire Tom Ryberg. There is movement in the Harwich bullpen. Someone throwing after Hunter Hodges came in the last half inning and struggled. And it looks like it's the newest Detroit Tiger, Drew Conover. 1-0. Fastball, the strike. Count 1-1.
And Hodges went back to that bullpen with ice around his right shoulder, so he's done.
Conover went in the 20th round just as this game was getting started by the Tigers, 597th overall in this year's draft. 1-1 to Wilkin, taken down the middle of strike. They count 1-2 on the reigning CCBL MVP, who will start the All-Star game at third base for the Eastern Division in Wareham on Saturday. Upright stance with his hands held right up to his ear and the bat parallel with the ground. 1-2. Popped foul and out of play. It'll be interesting if we see Conover in this game, given that he was drafted earlier today. Wonder what kind of usage terms the teams that draft their guys out of the CCBL impose on their players. But he has not yet signed as a Detroit Tiger, so he's still eligible to play here. 1-2, runner on second, 2 out. Calhoun deals. Swing and a miss, he got him. Changeup running down and in. Wilkin has struck out for a 3rd time today. And Aaron Calhoun strands Nick Goodwin at second. Red Sox have a chance as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Momentum stays on their side. It's stretch time. 5-4, Harwich leads YD. We hope you stretched. We go to the bottom of the 7th here at Red Wilson Field. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez. The Red Sox trail the Harwich Mariners by a skinny run. They trailed 5-0. They scored a run in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, and trail now just 5-4. They'll have 8-9-1 in this bottom of the 7th. And there's a little bit of intrigue going on here because the new arm on the mound for Harwich, their all-star reliever, Drew Conover, who is headed from Rutgers to Seton Hall, but perhaps really heading from Rutgers to the Detroit Tigers. The Tigers took him just as we were getting underway here today, around 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the 20th round, the 597th selection of the 2022 Major League Draft. So technically a pitcher who is Tigers property is on the mound for Harwich, trying to shut down a Red Sox team that has surged back in this game to make it a one-run game. The 8th appearance for Drew Conover, a 1.58 ERA through the first 7, 11 and a third innings. He struck out 13 with impeccable control. He's walked just 1. Last pitched on July 7th against these YD Red Sox. That was in Harwich. Zach Liu leads off right on right. First pitch from the side armor is a slider that drops in over the outside corner for a strike. Tough day for Zach Liu as he's still trying to find his first hit with YD. He has struck out in both his at-bats. Fernando Gonzalez, Homer Bush to follow here in the 7th inning. 0-1, Liu squares to bunt and bunts it perfectly down the third base line. Will it stay fair? No. It just curls foul. And Brock Wilkin ensuring that he touched that ball as soon as it got to the left of the chalk. And Zach Liu trying to get creative to get his first hit as a YD Red Sox in 2022. Comes up inches away from doing just that. Liu is now 0 for his first 15. Here in his 6th game of the summer, hit 150 for YD last summer in 28 games. It's behind 0-2. Here it comes. Poked foul towards the Harwich dugout. Cal remains 0-2 on the Cal State Fullerton Titan, who will be a senior this year when he goes back in the fall. Liu, besides the game in Brewster, in which he did not strike out, has struck out twice in every game he's played. 0-2. Comes inside and hits him. That'll help. Hurt him a little bit, physically. Takes one off the, looked like the upper thigh just above the knee. He reaches at first. With nobody out, Fernando Gonzalez, the hitter.
And you wonder if maybe we see Fernando try to put down a bunt to move Liu into scoring position for the top of the lineup.
We'll see what Pickler puts on. Conover a close stance. Gonzalez set to swing and takes one away. Zach Liu did not have a stolen base this year for Cal State Fullerton. He was 0 for 2 in his attempts to steal. He only had 1 stolen base last season with YD. Not a slow runner, but not really a stolen base guy. 1-0. Slider misses away. The count 2-0 for Drew Conover. Looks like perhaps Blake Purnell has gotten throwing in the Harwich bullpen. Another sidewinder. Bit of a harder thrower than Conover. 2-0 to Gonzalez, runner on first, no outs. They'll check on Liu before this at-bat continues. Zach Liu, close with Caden Connor, played high school ball together, now together at Cal State Fullerton. 6 consecutive seasons of baseball as teammates. Another check on him at first. Caden, of course, putting his stamp on this game with a 2-run double in the 6th inning. And Liu standing at first as the potential tying run in a 5-4 game. Here in the 7th, no outs. 2-0 count to Gonzalez. Liu starts and stops, and Gonzalez lifts one in the air to center field. Santucci barely has to move. He makes the catch. So Gonzalez lining out on a 2-0 count. That's the first out in the 7th. And the lineup card swings around for YD. Homer Bush, who had a single, scored a run his last time through, will try to keep the inning going for YD. Homer, an all-star. Now a 6-game hitting streak. He chokes up on the bat, right-hand hitter with lots of speed. They check on Liu again. Homer was a catalyst for YD in the game on Sunday in Brewster. Got on base 3 times. He scored twice. He had a stolen base. He's scored runs in every game he's hit it in this 6-game hitting streak, including today. First one from Conover. Liu's running, and the pitch is away, and it goes to the backstop. Liu takes a wide turn at second, but holds up there. A stolen base for Zach Liu, and a well-timed one, because it would have been a wild pitch as the slider away got past Matt Cassetti. Liu up to second with his first stolen base of the summer. Homer Bush now a chance to drive home the game-tying run with a base hit. Had one his last time up. Sign of his effort on the base path. Stands in the batter's box with a gash in his baseball pants on the left leg. 1-0. Fastball that just missed away. Tom Ryberg not giving Drew Conover the call. The count 2-0 on Homer Bush. Cole Carrig, who has 2 hits today, to follow. This is down and in, and it gets away from Gassetti again, and up to third goes Lou. That one may be a pass ball as Gassetti fires it back to Drew Conover. Zach Lou stands at third with 1 out. He's the tying run in a 5-4 game and a 3-0 count to Homer Bush. The Harwich infield will come in, as will the outfield. Everyone playing about as deep as they can throw at the moment. Bush does not have an extra base hit this summer. 3-0. Misses inside for ball 4. So Bush reaches for the second time today, takes his 8th walk of the summer. See if the Red Sox try to get him in motion with 1 out. And Cole Carrig, who also runs well, switch hitter batting left against Conover, will try to drive home at least the tying run.
Bush has got great speed. You wonder if they send him and bank on Gassetti throwing it away. You could bring Lou home from third.
Corner infielders are in. Middle infielders back. Bush is running on the first pitch. A pitch out. The throw down is in time.
What ball game are you watching?
Mark Lima with the call. Harwich knew he was going to run. Scott Pickler is going to have a conversation with Lima. It was a pitch out on the first pitch. Bush looked like he got a fine jump, but he is caught stealing.
It was an absolutely perfect throw from Gassetti, on the money and on the mark. The shortstop, Nick Goodwin, didn't have to move the glove. He just caught it, but it looked like, Sam, from our vantage point, it was awfully, awfully close.
Certainly a very close play at second base. Unsure if there's a chance that Bush got his hand underneath the tag. Scott Pickler a little animated, something we don't often see, talking to Mark Lima. No change in the call. It's a 1-0 count to Cole Carrig. With 2 out now. Lou, the tying run, still planted at third. Carrig is 2 for 3 today. He's hit the ball hard all 3 times. A line out to center and 2 singles. Infield plays back on him with 2 out now. 1-0 to Carrig. Is poked shallow to center. Santucci in. It drops for a base hit. Cole Carrig's 3rd hit of the day ties this ball game. An RBI single plates Lou from third. He comes through with 2 outs. It's 5-5 here at Red Wilson Field. His 15th RBI of the summer for the Red Sox All-Star. Brings up Luke Schliger.
Just pokes one out to center field. No chance for Santucci to come up with it. And now great speed on the base paths for Luke Schliger.
We'll see if Carrig gets in motion. He has 15 stolen bases this year. Had a steal on Sunday in Brewster. Schliger today, 0 for 3. First pitch, taken, a fastball away. Schliger was in the middle of some controversy back in the 4th inning. He grounded into what originally was a fielder's choice, but they turned it into a double play on an interference call when Cole Carrig didn't slide into second. He drove in a run with a ground ball fielder's choice his last time, and Carrig is picked off first. Now he's in a rundown. We'll see if he can get himself out of this. And it's dropped by Conover, picked up by the second baseman Smith. Carrig is still in the middle of this. Conover having it now. His tag at second by Vetrano. They got him. I don't even know how you can score that. But Carrig picked off first and out in the rundown. The Red Sox run themselves out of an inning, a caught stealing and a pickoff, 2 of the 3 outs in this frame. But they do tally the tying run. Carrick's RBI single accomplishes that. And we go off to the 8th. Aaron Calhoun back to the mound. We'll take a brief break. It's 5-5 here at Red Wilson Field. Fans of all ages, come join us this Thursday for Autograph Night here at Red Wilson Field. After the game, we'll have autograph stations set up so that you can meet the players and have them sign a baseball bat or other item of your choosing. And be sure to wear red to the field this upcoming Friday and join us for Red Shirt Friday as we honor another Cape Cod hero here at the game. We go to the 8th, a freshly tied ball game as Aaron Calhoun, who has put his stamp on this game with 2 very strong innings of relief for YD, faces 4, 5, and 6. First pitch to Joe Vitrano is lined on 2 hops to Cole Carrick over in the shift. His throw to first is in time. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the top of the 8th. And a big out there as Vitrano, with all of his power, set aside. And now Hunter Stokely, another power threat, another left-handed hitter, will step in. Stokely, the DH today out of UNC. Had a hit in his first time through. He scored. He's 1 for 3. Infield shifts well to the right on him. Cole Carrick, the shortstop, the lone man on the left side of the infield, playing about where he normally does. First one. This is well away. Outfield is deep, especially in center and in right. Braden Montgomery in straightaway right is only about 4 or 5 paces from the outfield fence. 1-0. Down the middle. A 1-1 count on Stokely, who hit a home run in the last game for Harwich. That was at Veterans Field in Chatham. Bit of a crazy game that the Mariners were in the middle of on Sunday. Another wild one here that they're in at YD. 1-1. Skips in the dirt, and a good backhanded stop by Fernando Gonzalez to save the home plate umpire Tom Ryberg of some pain. Outfield playing straight up on Stokely, but deep. The wind blowing out a little bit towards left. Lots of fans still here at the ballpark. Calhoun's 2-1. Swing and a miss. Way out in front of a changeup running away from him. Good pitch by Aaron Calhoun, and the count even on Stokely, 2-2. Stokely just a 184 hitter coming into this game, but lots of extra base power. He's got 5 of his 8 hits, including a single today, are for extra bases. Even count 2-2. Just missed off the outside corner. A fastball. Fernando Gonzalez held it an extra beat, but can't entice Ryberg to make the call. 3 infielders on the pull side for the power-hitting Stokely. All of 6'3", 245 in the left-hand batter's box. Full count. Rolled towards the right side of the infield. It's the third baseman, Lou, in the shift. His throw to first is in time. Pair of groundouts to start things off here in the 8th for Aaron Calhoun. Setting aside 2 of the bigger power threats in this Harwich lineup. And now Jonathan Santucci, who himself has a little bit of power and flew out deep to right his last time. Another left-handed threat. Hits with 2 out, nobody on. Santucci, the two-way player out of Duke. has mostly pitched, but has been hitting lately for Harwich. First pitch, swing and a miss. He started the game on the mound on Sunday in Chatham, went the first 3. Not at his finest, gave up 4 runs, 3 earned, and 6 hits. 0-1 in the dirt, a changeup. Hadn't been hitting until he came back from Team USA. Had just 4 at-bats prior to Team USA. This is his 4th start in the field since returning on July the 12th. 1-1 is just below the knees.
Harwich has got to be one of few teams on Cape Sam that got multiple guys back from Team USA.
Wilkin and Santucci, the 2 primary suspects there. Calhoun's 2-1. Slashed foul over towards the Red Sox bullpen and over it, as some fans will chase it down beyond the small berm that many fans set their lawn chairs up at. Still plenty of sun in the sky. Still light on the field. Blue sky above. 2-2 is nubbed foul up the third baseline. We'll do it again. About 10 after 7 on your clock. Calhoun, that was his 40th pitch. 3-2. Swing and a miss, he got him. A fastball running away. Aaron Calhoun, a 1-2-3 eighth. He has kept the Red Sox in command of this game ever since he came in relief. We go to the bottom of the 8th, a tie game. It's 5-5 here at Red Wilson Field. We enter the bottom of the 8th here at Red Wilson Field. Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez, a 5-5 tie. The Red Sox have come back from a 5-0 deficit with a run in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, and 1 in the 7th. And they have a chance to go ahead in this game. Luke Schliger, Braden Montgomery, and Caden Connor against Drew Conover here in this 8th. That's 3, 4, and 5 in the Red Sox order. First pitch on its way to Schliger is lined up the middle, a base hit. Schliger, a leadoff knock. Got some defensive changes, it looks like. There's Cole Harding is playing center field now for Harwich. He fielded that ball off Schliger's bat. Luke's got his first hit of this game. And he's on at first with nobody out. And Braden Montgomery, who's got the biggest swing for the Red Sox in this game, Stands in the left-hand batter's box, a switch hitter who homered back in the 5th. A long one to straightaway center. First pitch, misses down and away.
And Sam, we talked about how Conover got drafted earlier today, yet he's pitching today. It hasn't been a very clean outing for him. 2 of the 3 outs that he recorded in that 7th inning were guys who were caught stealing.
Homer Bush caught stealing. Cole Carrick picked off. 1-0. Taken off the outside corner. Closer pitch there, and the count 2-0 on Braden Montgomery, who's had a nice day. He grounded out in his first at-bat, hit the homer in the 5th, took a walk and scored in the 6th. And that was a nice walk against Hunter Hodges, who had him 1-2 in that count, had him chasing a couple pitches. He worked back and took a walk. Gone over the sidewinders. 2-0. Down and in. Down and in. The count 3-0. Looks like the only change in the field is Harding in center for Santucci. Caden Connor to follow. A 3-0 count to Braden Montgomery. The Red Sox trying to come back from a 5-0 deficit in the second half of this game. The 3-0 is down the middle. Today, the MLB draft's 3rd day. The Red Sox having 9 current or former players picked today alone. Over the course of the 20 rounds, they had 21 current and former players go. Most of the guys who went today from the current team were all out of their bullpen. Braden Montgomery, a potential pro ball player later in his career, on a 3-1, singles up the middle, of base hit. Schliger turning, burning for third. Harding's throw is in time. They got him. Montgomery trails to second, though. Schliger makes the first out of the inning on the base paths, out at third, but Montgomery gets himself into scoring position.
It wasn't close to at third. Schliger was out by a wide margin. A good throw by Cole Harding in center. But you move Montgomery into second, like you mentioned, Sam, and here's the guy who had the big hit last time he was up. Can Caden Connor deliver again?
Caden Connor laced a 2-run double into the right field corner his last time. Go-ahead run on at second now with 1 out. Each of the first 2 Red Sox hitters in this inning have hit sharp singles, and they're going to walk Caden Connor. An intentional walk to put Caden Connor at first, set up a potential double play ball. And a big situation here for a first-day Red Sox player, Gunnar Antillian.
Well, Antillian was known at his time at New Mexico State for getting on base. Hit nearly 400 for most of the season. Let's see if he can get on and move guys over.
Small guy, 5'8", had a great year for New Mexico State, an OPS over 1,000. First pitch, swing and a miss. Good slider by Conover. So they get the favorable matchup right on right. Conover, a sidewinder who comes from a difficult angle for right-handed hitters to see. Schliger and Montgomery, who singled, both were lefties. 2 on, 1 out. Elbows tight to his body. Antillian on an 0-1. Is rolled towards short, backhanded by Goodwin, gets 1 at second. The relay to first is in time. They got the double play. 6-4-3, an excellent turn by the middle infield for Harwich. The first 2 runners singling for YD. The big out on the base paths at third. And after the intentional walk, Antillian grounds into the tough 6-4-3. We go to the 9th in a 5-5 tie here at Red Wilson Field. We go to the ninth here at Red Wilson Field, a tie game. It's 5-5 between the Harwich Mariners and the YD Red Sox. Sam Lebowitz and Carlo Jimenez taking you through what's been a wild one here at Red Wilson. The Red Sox fell behind early in this game. Harwich had a 5-0 lead midway through the fourth inning, tallying all 5 runs against Bryce Robinson. And the Red Sox with 5 unanswered of their own in the 5th through 7th to tie it at 5. Ethan O'Donnell faces Aaron Calhoun, who's out there again for a 4th inning of work from the first base side of the rubber. First pitch to O'Donnell, nips the inside corner. No balls in his strike. O'Donnell's had a good day. A double, an RBI, a single or unscored in his 3 trips. Infield shifts slightly to the pull side on him. Outfield straight up on O'Donnell. 0-1 to the left-hand hitter is put up in the air out to center field, not that deep. Homer Bush sliding a little to his left. He makes the catch. Another quick out for Aaron Calhoun, who has settled this game down for YD in a big way ever since he came on to start the 6th inning. He's allowed just 1 hit. He struck out 4, has not walked a batter.
Yeah, as much credit can be given to the offense for coming back in a 5-0 hole. Calhoun took a Harwich team that was on fire through this game. 5 runs, 7 hits. And as you mentioned, Sam, he has held them quiet.
Mac Cassetti has allowed double, but is 1 for 3. He's got a run scored. Right-hand hitting catcher. First pitch on its way to him. This is down and away, an off-speed pitch. Sean Gamlin has gotten to throwing lightly in the Red Sox bullpen in case Calhoun tires and needs help getting out of this 9th inning. He's 2 outs away from securing the Red Sox at least a point and avoiding a Red Sox loss. After they fell behind 5-0 in this game, they've got a chance. 1-0. Comes up and in and clipped him. Right on the upper shoulder. Cassetti, a close hit by pitch, and he gets first base.
And that was pitch number 45 for Aaron Calhoun. You wonder if that right arm is starting to tire. We haven't seen him go this far in any game this summer. A guy who didn't pitch much at all for the Oklahoma Sooners this past year. Just 12 innings of work in 12 appearances. Probably hasn't gone this far since high school.
This is his 3rd appearance for the Red Sox and his longest by far. He works to David Smith. The first pitch misses low. The top of the Harwich lineup is in the on-deck circle with Nick Goodwin, who's always a threat, has 2 hits, including a double today. Smith is 0 for 3. He's driven in a run with a fielder's choice groundout. 1-0 in the dirt, and Fernando Gonzalez with an excellent block to prevent that one from allowing Cassetti to have any notions of advancing. Of course, Cassetti a catcher. That doesn't mean he couldn't try it if he had designs to. Smith, a 178 hitter coming into this game without an extra base hit. 5'10" Yukon Husky. Came into this game 4 for his last 12, though. 2-0 in the dirt again. Another changeup. And Calhoun has fallen behind the 9-hole hitter 3-0.
And if the Red Sox were to get that ground ball they're looking for, brand new middle of the infield here between Carrig and Antillion.
Best arm on the infield is Cole Carrig. It's short. Outfield deep here in the 9th. 3-0. Missed well high and away for ball 4. A hit by pitch and a 4-pitch walk to the 8 and 9 hitters. And danger now for Aaron Calhoun, working in his 4th inning of work, up around 50 pitches total. 2 on, 1 out, and Nick Goodwin, the hitter.
Sean Gamlin is working at light speed down the left field line in the bullpen. He is catching and throwing to get warm. Gonzalez buying him some time with the mound visit, and it looks like picks popping out. So they're just trying to get enough time to get Gamer into this game, who has pitched against this Harwich team before this summer. Sean Gamlin electric. We'll see if he's able to close this one like he did a couple days ago against Brewster.
Scott Pickler giving Gamlin time to take a sip of water, maybe throw one last warm-up pitch. Makes the signal to the bullpen, and we will take a quick break before welcoming Gamer into this game here in the 9th inning. With one out, the top of the Harwich order coming to bat with runners on first and second in a tied game. It's 5-5 in the top of the 9th. We'll take a quick break. Sean Gamlin's got a mess that he inherits from Aaron Calhoun. Runners on first and second with one out. Tie game, top of the 9th. Top of the order coming up for Harwich. Matt Cassetti was clipped by a pitch. He stands at second. David Smith took a 4-pitch walk. Nick Goodwin into the right-hand batter's box. Gamlin from the first base side of the rubber, the Rhode Island College righty, appearing in his 8th game as a YD Red Sox. He struck out 14 in 8 1/3 innings, a 2.16 ERA. First pitch to Goodwin. Slider that cuts high. The count 1-0 on Nick Goodwin, the K-State shortstop, who's had a good day. A double, a single, a sacrifice fly. He's scored a run and driven in one. Gamlin needing a strikeout or a double play ball to ease things here in the top of the 9th in a tie game. 1-0. Off the fist, softly hit to short, charged by Carrig. Strong throw to first is off the mark, and safe at first is Goodwin. Carrig didn't really get much on that throw and pulled Johnny Long off the bag to the right field side. And the bases are going to be loaded with Tommy Seidel coming up to bat. They're going to give an infield hit to Nick Goodwin. And now it's messier.
Well, the good news for YD is Seidel and Wilkin, the next two guys due up, are combined 0 for 8. And Gamlin is going to try to keep them both 0 for.
Seidel had 3 hits and a homer on Sunday in Chatham. A dangerous hitter with 5 doubles, 2 triples, and 4 home runs this year. He's driven in 12. He calls time before the first pitch. He has struck out 32 times in 29 games. But maybe more importantly, today, he's 0 for 4 with 3 baseballs on the ground. Infield's about halfway. Something hit hard, they might come home with it or try to turn 2. First pitch to Seidel. In the air to center. That should get the job done. Homer Bush towards the fence. He makes the catch. In from third, heading home is Gassetti. He will score standing. A sacrifice fly for Tommy Seidel going attacking on the first pitch. And Harwich regains the lead. It's 6-5 in the top of the 9th.
A hit by pitch, a walk, and an infield single, and a sacrifice fly. Not a lot of loud contact, but the Harwich Mariners manufacture a run for the first time since the 4th, and the pressure turns to Gamlin, and then the YD offense due up in the bottom of the 9th.
Still has to get through the reigning CCBL MVP in Brock Wilken. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts, but always a dangerous hitter. 2 on, 2 out. Gamlin works the first one home, and it's a little high, a fastball. The Red Sox now trailing for the first time since the 7th inning. Will have the bottom third of their order due. Johnny Long, Zack Lou, and Fernando Gonzalez, the hitters, due up in the bottom of the 9th. Still got to get this last out in the top of the 9th. Now trailing a run. Still 2 on with 1 out, a 1-0 count from Gamlin. He'll check on David Smith at second.
And you'll understand, we saw Mike Bovee take batting practice for the first time in a couple of weeks today. Maybe Scott Pickler turns to him late in the game.
Bovee's been dealing with a finger injury of late. We knew he was slated to hopefully rejoin the lineup for the Red Sox by the end of the week. 1-0 in the dirt. Squirts away from Gonzalez, but not very far. A 2-0 count to Wilken. If he can reach Joe Vitrano, is the on-deck hitter, another offensive threat for Harwich. Two balls, no strikes. Smith and Goodwin both run well from second and first. With 2 away, a run home. A long hold by Gamlin. 2-0. Taken low, a slider. Wilken watching it in all the way, a 3-0 count. Red Sox were 2 outs away from securing at least a point. They had come back to tie. Down 5-0 after the 4th inning. Got it even 5-5. Calhoun got the first out in this 9th inning, but a hit by pitch, a walk. Gamlin came in, an infield single, a sac fly. Now a 3-0 count to a dangerous hitter, Wilken. Will he swing? The 3-0 misses down and in for ball 4. Gamlin really wasn't close much in that at-bat. A 4-pitch walk to Wilken. And Joe Vitrano will hit with the bases loaded and 2 away.
And the bullpen quiet for YD. Have to imagine this will be all Gamlin. Conover, meanwhile, has headed over to the bullpen for Harwich with a ice bag over his arm. It won't be him in the 9th.
There is someone warming, a right-hander up in the bullpen for Harwich. But got to get through Joe Vitrano. Bases full of Mariners, 2 outs. The go-ahead run is already scored in this 9th inning. First one to the left-hand slugger, up and away. And Gamlin not really around the strike zone. Nowhere to put Vitrano. He's fallen behind him, just 1-0 now. Infield is shifted to the right. Carrig playing in the pocket of the runner at second, Nick Goodwin. Gunnar Antillian playing on the outfield grass in shallow right. Johnny Long deep at first. 1-0 to Vitrano. Up and in, almost hit him. And the count 2-0 on Vitrano, 6 in a row out of the strike zone for Sean Gamlin. Takes a deep breath before getting back on the rubber. Vitrano has 2 homers on the season, but more dangerous than that, he's also driven in 16 runs. The All-Star starter at first base for the East. 2-0, up and away. And the count 3-0 to Vitrano. Gamlin losing the glasses on that last pitch. Has missed with 7 in a row. An 8th would bring home the second Harwich run of the inning. That run broke a 5-5 tie. It's 6-5. Smith, Goodwin, Wilken, the runners from every base with 2 out, a 3-0 count to Joe Vitrano. Gamlin misses low for ball 4. A bases loaded walk. Gamlin has thrown 2 consecutive 4-pitch walks to load the bases and score a run. It's 7-5 Harwich. The doors falling off for YD in the top of the 9th inning. after they came back to tie from a 5-0 score to a 5-5. It's 7-5 Harwich. Here's Hunter Stokely. Looks like Gamlin struggling a bit. Gets his sign from Gonzalez. First one. This is low. 9 in a row now. Out of the strike zone by Gamlin. And still nobody up and throwing in that YD bullpen. Not even so much as a mound visit from his catcher. And now I think Gonzalez is going to go out and chat with him. There's been just one hit in this inning, and it was an infield single. Against Aaron Calhoun with 1 out, Mac Gassetti was barely clipped by a pitch. David Smith walked on 4 pitches. Gamlin came in, surrendered the infield single to Nick Goodwin. Then the sac fly for the go-ahead run off the bat of Tommy Seidel. The last 2 Harwich hitters, Wilkin and Vetrano, have walked without taking a strike. It's 1-0 on Stokely, another power threat. Here it is. And this one is over the plate, but low. The count 2-0 on Stokely, make it 10 in a row.
I mean, at what point do you start getting somebody up in that bullpen?
Hopefully not when it's too late. Gamlin a deep breath and a 2-0. And there's a strike. Down the middle to Stokely. He gets a sarcastic round of applause from the YD faithful that's still here at Red Wilson Field. Late in the evening, a little after 7:30. Game started at 5 o'clock. We sped through the first 6 or 7 frames of it. This 9th inning taking a while. 2-1 from Stokely. At the knees again, it's 2-2. Gamlin getting another round of applause from a crowd that wants to see the YD offense get a chance to come back and try to avoid a loss again. In the bottom of the 9th, they'll have the bottom third of their order due. But first, a 2-2 count to Hunter Stokely. Bases loaded, 2 outs, 2 runs home, 7-5 Harwich here in the top of the 9th. Gamlin deals a 2-2. High pop-up along the left field line. Zack Lou sprinting after it towards the bullpen. It'll fall untouched. A foul ball in the first swing by a Harwich hitter since Tommy Seidel 3 batters ago. Hard-working inning for Sean Gamlin, who is not used to being hit around a little bit. 66 strikeouts in 28 2/3 innings this year in college in Division III ball for Rhode Island College. Had allowed just 1 hit and 2 walks in his first 7 outings for YD. Another 2-2. Fouled off. That was his 17th pitch of this outing. Most of them balls. Only 6 strikes.
He hasn't been hit around much, Sam. It's really just been him unable to find the strike zone, gifting Harwich back this lead.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Stokely. Infield shifted to the pull side on the left-hand hitter. The bases loaded, 2 outs. Another 2-2. Line towards short. Leaping Carrick. He makes the catch. And he saves 2 runs. To the apex of his leap, the 6'3" shortstop from San Diego hauls down the 3rd out, but not before Harwich plates a pair with only 1 hit. They take a 7-5 lead. Last licks for the Red Sox when we come back in the bottom of the 9th. Bottom of the ninth. The Red Sox got this game even at 5, but now they trail 7-5. Their bullpen faltering in the top half of the ninth. Thanks to a couple of walks, hit by pitch, a bases loaded walk, a sacrifice fly. It'll be Johnny Long followed by Zack and Fernando Gonzalez to take the swing. 7, 8, and 9 in the Red Sox lineup here in the bottom of the ninth. 7-5 Harwich. New pitcher on the mound is Garrett Harker. First pitch from the right-hander is high for ball 1. Harker out of Lebanon, Indiana, a University of Cincinnati product, pitching in his 6th game for Harwich. 1-0. Checks his swing on a ball running in. Didn't swing, says the first base umpire, Michael Lightbody. Harker pitching to a 2.57 ERA across 7 innings of work over 5 outings. 9 strikeouts. He's allowed 6 hits and 3 walks. 2-0. This is inside. They count 3-0 on Johnny Long, who's a single in 3 trips today.
And this has to be the lightest bottom of the 7th inning we've had.
3-0. Misses inside for ball 4. So Johnny Long, a 4-pitch walk, and the Red Sox have a little bit of life. The leadoff man aboard. They'll get the tying run to the plate. Zack to hit. We'll see if they pinch run for Johnny Long. It looks like Cody Colden is out of the dugout. And look at this. Colden will pinch run for Johnny Long at first. And Mike Bovee is in the on-deck circle, possibly to hit for Fernando Gonzalez.
Now Mike has not played in a YD game since July 13th against Bourne. He had 1 at-bat. That was 6 days ago.
Colden the runner on first. Here is Zack. Right-hand hitter, 0 for 2 today, hit by pitch. First pitch misses down and in for ball 1. And the first 5 from Garrett Harker have all been out of the strike zone. Harker has only walked 3 this summer, and all 3 of those came in the same outing against Katuitt on July 9th. They'll throw to Colden. He almost surprised Joe Vitrano with the throw, and that ball, I think, was coming out of the golden hour sun. Vitrano returns the ball to Harker, says something to him. Maybe, hey, you're going to throw to me, make sure that I'm seeing it, because that ball is coming out of bright sunlight. The sun is still in the sky, but it's low over the middle school, high school to our left. 1-0 to Lou. This is inside again. The outfield illuminated in golden hour sun. The infield still in shadow for the most part. Streaks of sun across the shortstop position over by the second base bag. Colden on first, a 2-0 count to Lou. Slider that drops in for a strike. The first breaking ball and the first strike that Harker's thrown, and immediately just now 6-7 pitches in to this outing. Another pitcher in the bullpen. It's Teddy Sharkey warming for Harwich. 2-1 to Lou is rolled down the third baseline and foul. Lou almost got one tucked into the corner, but it's a foul on the count 2-2 on Lou, who is searching for his first hit of the summer. 0 for his first 15. This would be a good spot to get it. Red Sox trailing 7-5 in the bottom of the ninth. Thought he was going on vacation. Turned out he's playing in the best summer league in the country. 2-2 in the dirt. Good leave and a good block by Gassetti. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Lou. He was hit by a pitch in his last time up and scored. Lou's only taken 1 walk through his first 5+ games this summer. 3-2. Hit him! Would have been ball 4. Instead, he takes his second hit by pitch in his many plate appearances. And the first 2 Red Sox getting free passes from Garrett Harker to start the bottom of the ninth. Just what the doctor ordered. Colden, the pinch runner, moves up to second. On at first with a painful hit by pitch. And walking it off down the right field line is Zack. And here is the pinch hitter, Mike Bovee. Bovee owns the 1 walk-off hit for the Red Sox this summer, and he will not face the right-hander Harker. It's going to be Teddy Sharkey to come in and face him. 2 batters for Harker, a 4-pitch walk, and a hit by pitch and a 3-2 count. And the University of Cincinnati right-hander will exit before Sharkey comes in to face the pinch hitter, Mike Bovey, getting his first at-bat since back on the 13th of July against Bourne. We'll take a break before Sharkey comes into this game. Introduce you to him in just a moment when we come back. Red Sox have the tying runs aboard with nobody out in the 9th inning. So the new arm in for Harwich is Teddy Sharkey out of Coastal Carolina, making his 5th appearance, and he's been spotless in 3 of the 4, but the one that he gave up runs in, his worst outing of the summer, came against these YD Red Sox on July 7th in Harwich. Gave up 2 runs on 3 hits with a walk. That was in a 5-3 loss for the Red Sox, but Sharkey did not look good, and Mike Bovey had a base hit against him in that game. That started that 7th inning rally for YD against Sharkey. And it was a sharp single, if memory serves. Bovey will pinch hit for Fernando Gonzalez. In the 9-hole in this order, Bovey hasn't taken an at-bat in just about a week since July the 13th. He hasn't started a game since July the 12th. He's been dealing with a nagging hand injury. Left-hand hitter owns the only walk-off hit for the Red Sox this summer. That came back in their very first win in the 5th game of the summer. Colden the runner on second, Lou at first. Nobody out. Red Sox down a pair at 7-5. First one from Sharkey. Misses away a fastball.
Mike has been one of the best hitters against this Harwich team all summer. 5 for 12, 4 walks him. He scored 7 times against the Mariners. Can he do it one more time?
Bovey does not have a home run this summer. He's got a little bit of power. He's the winning run at the plate in a 7-5 game. 1-0. Popped up, foul out of play. Might have gotten something to hit there. His first live AB in 6 days, on a day when he took batting practice for the first time in a few days because of the injury he's been dealing with that's kept him out of the lineup. Red Sox have missed that presence in their lineup. Bovey had struggled recently, but was a key part of the early season success once they got going. On a 1-1, he squares to bunt and bunts it hard towards the pitcher's mound. The only place to first, and Bovey is barely thrown out. So narrative dispelled there. Bovey, a sacrifice bunt, the first out of this 9th inning, puts the tying run in scoring position. Colden at third, Lou at second. I guess the strategy there was that Mike Bovee got one to hit. And after he fouled off a fastball, they said, all right, let's just get the runners over, put ourselves in a position where a single could tie this game. Homer Bush Jr., a single in 3 trips with a walk today. Right on right against Sharkey. First pitch, a slider that grabs the outside corner. Bush only 2 RBIs this summer, but 2 big ones out there. The runner on second, Lou, the tying run, the one that matters the most, has a big lead as the trail runner to Colden. 1 out, 0-1. Lined up the middle, a base hit. 1 run's home. They're going to hold Lou as the throw is well up the third baseline and gets on by the catcher, Gassetti. This game is tied. It goes into the Red Sox dugout. Bush stands at second. It's 7-7. And Bush gets third base because it went into the Red Sox dugout. A 2 RBI single for Homer Bush. He makes it all the way to third base. And Cole Carrig with 1 out, a chance to score the winning run. And Steve Engler, the Harwich manager, is going to go and chat with the home plate umpire, Tom Ryberg, about why they're placing Bush at third. That ball clearly went into the Red Sox dugout. And the umpires are going to come together and chat and make sure they get this call right. Bush stood at second when that ball went into the dugout. This would be a tough pill to swallow for the Red Sox if they decide to put Bush back at second. He trailed the throw to home all the way to second base. He was already standing there by the time the throw reached the dugout because he's so fast. And they are going to place him at third base. And I think that's the correct call. Now Cole Carrig. Winning run on third. 7-7 tie. Infield comes all the way in with 1 away. About 5 minutes to 8 o'clock here on your clock. From South Yarmouth, Carrig has 3 hits in 4 trips today. He's driven in a run. The outfield as deep as they can throw it with Bush's speed. First one, slashed foul left side. Pitch up, and Carrig fouled it away.
This has been the hottest guy at the plate all day. 3 for 4 is Cole Carrig singles in each of his last 3 at-bats.
And the third one of those in the 7th inning knotted the game at 5. Now in a 7-7 tie, Carrig a chance to win it if he can get something elevated to the outfield. No balls and a strike from Sharkey. The 0-1. Fouled off. The count 0-2. Sharkey has not struck out a batter so far in his 5 innings of work. As incredible as that sounds. The Coastal Carolina Chanticleer against the SDSU Aztec. An 0-2 count. Bush with all of his speed at third. The winning run with 1 out. A long pause. And the 0-2 home. Fouled in and out of the glove of Gassetti to the backstop. Count remains 0-2. A good job by Carrig to get a piece of that high fastball. If he reaches or fails to get Bush home, Luke Schliger, the on-deck hitter.
You have your 2 all-star starters with chances to bring home the runner from third. What more could you want if you're Scott Pickler?
Infield in, outfield shallow as they can be, and still throw out a runner. 0-2 again. Chased in the dirt for strike 3. They have to throw out Carrig at first. They do successfully. Teddy Sharkey gets Carrig way out in front of an 0-2 breaking ball. His first strikeout in his 5th appearance of the summer. And it couldn't have come at a better time. Carrig set aside. It's going to take a hit off Luke Schliger's bat to get home the tying run, or rather the go-ahead run, the walk-off run. The infield and outfield can play straight away on Schliger. First one, low. And you know Cole Carrick's going to be mad at himself. He chased some pitches in that at-bat, including strike 3. Needed to put one in play, especially with Bush's speed. Just get one into the outfield. Doesn't really matter how deep. It would have scored him. A ball, no strikes to Schliger. Singled his last time through. Squares to bunt and bunts it foul. A squeeze attempt. Red Sox getting a little finicky and a little creative, trying to get Bush home from third. Think about the pass ball risk with Bush on at third base. You think that Sharkey might keep anything out of the dirt, but the strike 3 to Carrick was one in the dirt. 1-1 to Schliger. Here it comes. High pop up into center, fairly deep but playable for Cole Harding. He squeezes, and we finish tied yet again. The Red Sox rallying twice from 5-0 down to 5-5, and from 7-5 in the ninth inning to 7-7. Avoid a loss, secure a point in the standings. But on a day where a loss felt like the worst case scenario and a tie felt like a win up until that last moment, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth. As we enter the broadcast booth, welcome you in with us, Sam Lebowitz alongside Carlo Jimenez. A big come-from-behind game for the Red Sox in which they trailed 5-0, then 7-5 in the ninth inning, surrendering the go-ahead runs in the top of the ninth, tallying 2. The big hit Homer Bush in this game to knot it, but he stood at third with only 1 out, and 1 out on the board looming large. Cole Carrick couldn't come through.
Yeah, you get a strikeout and then a fly out to center from 2 of your best hitters average-wise all summer, 2 of your best players all summer. Can't really ask for a better situation if you're Scott Pickler. They had an opportunity, just unable to get it done. And this is a YD team that had to come back twice in this game. In the grand scheme of things, you're right. It doesn't look bad. You end up with the tie. You're down 5-0. You're down 7-5 in the ninth. But a very winnable game for a team that's looking for wins, trying to secure a playoff spot this week.
For Harwich, this is a big point for them to get in the standings because they've had Chatham nipping at their heels for the last few days. For the moment, Chatham's still in action tonight, extending their lead over Chatham in the 4th and 5th spot in the division to 5 points for the time being. They can't gain any ground on the Red Sox. The Red Sox getting a point as well thanks to the tie. But the Red Sox avoiding a loss. We can look at the bright side for a moment. How big of a hit for Homer Bush here in this ninth inning?
Yeah, I mean, Homer Bush has turned into a fantastic bat in this lineup. He might be over 300 now. I have to check the numbers. But what a fantastic 6-game hitting streak he has had. Really a great run, and a guy who you can now put at the leadoff spot and put Schliger and Carrick behind him and say, all right, get aboard. And with all his speed, even if he gets on via an infield hit, it is a fantastic opportunity for this YD group of hitters. I think Homer Bush, if he continues to hit like this throughout the season, look out, because the Red Sox have been looking for that complementary piece ever since Bovee has been out of the lineup. Homer Bush Jr. might be that piece.
Maybe the hottest hitting Red Sox in the lineup is Homer Bush, an all-star for these Red Sox. A coming out party over the last week or so for him. A game in which the Red Sox looked destined to lose from, frankly, the beginning of this game. They trailed 5-0 midway through the 4th inning. They got it back even 5-5. The bullpen let a couple runs get away thanks to some walks in the top of the 9th inning. They trailed 7-5. And though it leaves a bad taste in your mouth because they came so close to winning this game with a winning run on third and 1 out in the 9th inning, trying to focus on the positives. The Red Sox avoiding a loss thanks to 2 key rallies in this game and come away with a 7-7 tie, splitting the season series evenly all 3 ways across with the Harwich Mariners. Each team with 2 wins, each team with 2 losses, and 2 ties as well. That does it for the season series between these 2 teams, and the Red Sox will continue their season series with a Western Division opponent tomorrow. Kind of an interesting one in that one, an 11 a.m. game, and the furthest the Red Sox will have to travel for a ball game all summer. We head to Hartford, Connecticut in a showcase game between the Red Sox and the Hyannis Harbor Hawks, playing that game at the ballpark for the AA affiliate of the Colorado Rockies, the Hartford Yard Goats. That's Dunkin' Donuts Park in Hartford, Connecticut. The Red Sox are the road team in that game. It's an 11 o'clock start time between the Red Sox and the Harbor Hawks. Third time this summer we see the Harbor Hawks. We will be on the call, we believe, and hopefully you can join us for an early morning brunch time start time at Dunkin' Donuts Park. 11 a.m. first pitch between the Red Sox and the Harbor Hawks, and we'll see you there.